The following podcast contains naughty language and ridiculous situations. Listener discretion is advised.
A lot of people supported me through the shitty time that I just went through. And none other than the guy that's going to be hanging out with us during the intro. And I would like to thank him before he can retaliate for it for all his incredible late night insight, wisdom, and chats. Because the only one who was up as late as I was for somebody who was living tomorrow, and that is my buddy, Ghetto Tim. And he is our guest. And welcome to Trick or Treat Radio.
Zombies. You're listening to Trick or Treat Radio, starring the Deadites.
Welcome to episode 271 of Trick or Treat Radio. Trick or Treat Radio is a phantasmagorical spin kick straight through the heart of pop culture, navigated by the Deadites. The Deadites are the world's greatest electroshock band. We destroy monsters, we drink booze, we win championship belts, and we have been known, once in a while, to have an internationally peacekeeping podcast. And we're joined from the future by our friend in Korea, our buddy, Ghetto Tim.
Howdy.
What's going on, man?
Doing? Not much. Sitting here on a Thursday morning, eating a fried egg sandwich, drinking a coffee, and listening to you guys.
I'm sorry.
Nice.
No, man, it's all good. It's all good. It's a pleasure to be here, man. I mean, anytime I get to hang with my boys from the East, I'm always a happy man.
Yeah, the beast from the East.
Ooh.
I'm so fucking pissed
That's
right
right.
now.
Wait.
And how is
Why are
that
you so
different from
fucking-
any other time?
I can't log into the chat. This new app has some fucking weird way, and it doesn't tell me how to log in. I hate it. I'm
Just
fucking smashing the wall.
Look to your right, you can read it.
I can't read it like that.
No.
In any way.
Before we go any further, man, I want to say thank you, Mars, for that lovely intro, man, and I love you, brother.
I love you,
And,
man.
you know,
Thank you.
It's my pleasure, man, to be able to, I'd be sitting there in the afternoon, getting free time in the office, and, I'd be shooting the moon, shooting the shit with you. Well, you're up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and,
Yeah.
It was always a pleasure, man, always a pleasure, and, I mean, I knew you could get through this one way or another, man, because like the Ramones say, you're too tough to die, man, and that's the truth. It's just, when you told me about this whole thing and what you were going through, man, I thought, ain't nothing but a thing, you're gonna get through it. You're gonna be that bulldozer, man,
Well, thank you.
and you're gonna get through it, man. And I thought one thing that I've been known for having a certain, unique sense of humor, and I thought that what you guys really missed on an opportunity of was for a Kickstarter campaign or for funding for Trick or Treat Radio. What you should have done was come up with Mars Pez dispensers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See? My
With
marketing
the
was
little
off.
stitches across the neck, like that.
Well, I will say that no one that saw me step on a weirdly sharp 8-sided die in my stockings last night would ever call me tough.
Those hurt, though.
Yeah, well, no, it's
You crying?
the 4-sided die usually hurt. This was a weird, like, caltrop
Nice.
8-sided die. I could have popped the tire with this thing.
Jeez, those things will take you out, man. Worse than a piece of Lego. Look
Oh,
out.
jeez, yeah.
Yeah. But no, man, like, I'm serious. Like, I think it's incredible. Like, I've had so many friends in the last while go through health predicaments, and I had a friend of mine that just went through, a major operation for stem cell, and he came out on the other side. And, to me, it's a miracle of positive thinking. It's a miracle. Like, you got to have the PMA, man. You got to have that positive mental attitude going in, because I think if you don't, then you work more against yourself than the illness does.
I agree.
Yeah.
Not that I always practiced what I preached, but I agree.
Yeah.
I can't get on the chat ring. I'm fucking furious. I'm gonna break this new tablet on my knee.
Why can't you get on? What's
I don't
going
know.
on?
I think I'm too close to proximity to these two. My technology.
No,
is
fuck
great.
you, man. Ask Raven Shadow for help. He knows everything about the internet.
No, dude, I did. I called Johnny last night. I had some internet questions.
You didn't call me.
Oh,
Well,
How do you turn it on?
No, I had an issue.
I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but I was gonna tell you, gents, saw the new Blade Runner,
Oh.
and I will say this: it ain't no Prometheus.
Okay, there
Well,
you
that
go.
Well,
could,
it
that could either be
depends
a
on-
good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, it depends on which side of the Prometheus you fall on.
I'm pretty sure it's a good
I mean,
thing.
What I'm trying to say was remember that whole level of anticipation that came around. You know, it was just like there was that overwhelming. Everyone was just like, oh my, it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, and then you either spent your load or or it was just a wet fart. You know what I mean? Like depending, like you say, on either side that you're on. But this is not a Prometheus. I mean, this is something like, what's interesting is that a lot of people I talk to that are huge fans of Blade Runner, they were kind of upset by that trailer that was cut because they just thought it was going to be a full-on, Hollywood action blockbuster type thing, and it's really not. It was just the way that trailer is cut.
Yeah.
But a lot of people looked at it and went, oh my God, man, this is like the fucking Fast and the Furious. This is bullshit, and it was like, no. It was just the way they put it together,
I'm gonna be snapping my carrot through the first 3 times that I watch it, so it'll probably take to the 4th or 5th time for me to figure out how quality it is.
Tim, let me ask you this: if someone hadn't seen the Blade Runner, can they
Yeah.
go into this, or is it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But what's nice about it is that, I mean, they give a lot of nods to the original for the fans, the diehards, but also they allow you just to jump in with this new film. And I mean, and that's the problem with a lot of series. I mean, like for example, The Matrix. When Matrix 2 and Matrix 3 came out, it was like if you hadn't seen the first one, forget about it.
Right.
I saw all 3 and I forgot about them.
Yeah, well, there you go. Me too. But I'm just trying to make a point. It's like, and then on the other hand, you get certain films that try to give fan service, pay fan service, but it comes away too little or too late, Have you guys seen the new Leatherface film?
No.
No, not yet. It's I think it's only DirecTV so far. It's a DirecTV exclusive, and then it'll go wide on VOD soon.
I see. Okay, so I won't get into too much of that either, but it's the same thing where they give nods to the family by name, and you see earlier characters, like the cook and Ed Neal's character, but again, it's like a lot of times people try to butter their bread on both sides. They try to basically pay fan service, but then also allow people that have never seen any of it to just jump right in.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to checking out. I'm super excited for Blade Runner 2049. I just rewatched Blade Runner the other day. I can't remember which cut. Was it the Ultimate Cut or something like that? There's so many fucking cuts of that movie. It's ridiculous. I can't even keep track. But it was good to catch it again. It had been maybe a couple years since I'd seen it. And,
yeah, me and my girlfriend, we just watched it a couple nights ago, and she was just saying to me, it hasn't dated at all.
Oh, no, for sure. I mean, the only kind of remotely funny thing is, like, flying cars in 2019, but, but hey, that's sci-fi for you, right? So, but no, it very much holds up. It's such a solid film, and, it definitely doesn't seem dated. And after I'd watch it with my girl as well, and she either couldn't remember if she had seen it or not. Like she thought she had seen it, but a lot of it was new, so she thought that maybe she hadn't. But she had commented on how amazing the sets were and how everything looked so good,
Right. And it's so funny because the more I see that film, background in education, I would love to be able to teach a high school class and use Blade Runner to teach about slavery.
Yeah, definitely.
Interesting.
Because the whole analogy about people, a lot of people forget there were American slave hunters.
Yep.
You know, I mean, when
Yeah.
a lot of the slaves went rogue and they came up to Canada through the Underground Railroad. I mean,
Yeah.
they were hunted down and tracked. And I mean, you know, and I think that's an element that you really miss when you see Blade Runner.
Yeah.
You know, you're just
I-
you don't really get that idea.
I think its multiple renditions might have took away from that at certain points and might have lessened the message. But that's a movie that I think is like an important film. Sorry, Raven Shadow. That gets like swept under the thing. Like that's not just a sci-fi movie. That movie, like Rutger Hauer's speech at the end of that movie. Like,
Oh.
it's
Oh,
not,
yeah.
you know, it's not fucking Star Wars. You know, where
No.
people are just, you know, it's not just
No.
fucking goofy fun. Like that speech at the end, like says so much about like classism and all the classism and racism and
Oh, yeah.
all these different things in one soliloquy. It is so
Right, and I mean,
brilliant. Like
That's some Kurosawa shit right there.
I agree.
Like at the end.
I remember I haven't seen Blade Runner in a couple of years, and I remember thinking like I was getting some shit at work, and the first thing that came to mind was literally I've seen things you people wouldn't believe, you
Yeah.
know, and it's just a matter of like there's this like people build these dumb little glass coffins for themselves to live in, and they think that that's living, and if that's not what it is, you're not living,
Right.
I think that movie. It's not, again, there's a sweet spot that Ridley could have tackled that again or for the first time, and it would have been as brilliant as I think it is conceptually.
Right.
But now he's sometimes suspect, and, that was his third or fourth movie.
Right. Well, it's funny too how pervasive. I mean, how Blade Runner comes up, in so many different ways. Like I just see things today, like you said, the way people are living in glass cases, and and the whole concept of what is reality, and what is living to so many different people. And I gotta tell you this kind of cool little anecdote about Blade Runner was. I was in Japan in 2008. I was in Tokyo, and I was over to see this old British punk band, Killing Joke.
Oh, yeah,
They were
baby.
doing-
Oh, yeah.
They were doing a 25th anniversary tour with the original guys, but I was there for 2 nights. So anyway, I'm standing in this club, and it's all these young Japanese kids, and maybe about 20 of us older guys, and gals, and all these young kids are wearing like wraparound black shades, and they're wearing PVC, and the kids got like yellow mohawks and pink mohawks and all this stuff. So I'm standing there, and in my mind, I never even said this out loud. I just thought in my mind, man, this is just like fucking Blade Runner, right? And then all of a sudden, over the PA, I hear this tapping on a keyboard, and then I hear Deckard 451, and then the harpsichord starts, and I'm like, no fucking way! And they came out to Vangelis, to the intro to Blade Runner,
That's
Oh,
awesome.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
and I was just like, what? Get out of my head!
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But that was amazing, man. But yeah, it's a film that has stuck with me for years and years and years.
I mean, it's all
And,
it's all a
go ahead.
matter of perception. My brother almost stumbled into, literally, like, was just late, just running on Deadites time for that tragedy that just went on in Las Vegas. And when I spoke with him briefly, after he had literally been detained for hours and hours and hours and hours, like in underground passages and brought to different hotels, like, I said, "Are you coming home?" He goes, "No, I'm in Vegas." He's like, I'm in Vegas. I have money. Like, I'm gonna live. I'm not gonna be afraid.
Yeah.
Like that was his whole thing, and those words stuck with me because, like, like I said it to a lot of people while I was sick, like that I'm not gonna be afraid, but I wasn't 25 feet away from people whose lives were done. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a different level
Right.
of, you know what I mean? Like, so, like,
Right.
not that he would ever listen to this show because he thinks we're idiots, but, God, I don't know. May the force be with my brother because, like he, my dad did something, and he's going to live, he's going to have fun. And as opposed to, fucking crawling up his wagon and going home and, like, oh,
Sure.
well, I'll just stay and wait to, like, go back to my 9 to
Sure.
5. Like, he
Sure.
was like, you know what? I'm gonna use the choice that some of my fellow concert goers don't have, and I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my time. You know.
Not to compare it to like that terrible tragedy that just occurred, but I mean it's the same thing people say to me about the whole North Korean situation. You know, everyone's now saying, "Man, get the hell out of there." You know, like, what are you doing, man? Like, you know, like it's on, and I'm just like, no, it's not on. You know, it's like you really don't understand what's going on here. I mean, and you get to the point, you know, where everyone here is kind of like, look, do it or fuck off. You know, it's like I'm not going to be afraid of it anymore. I'm just fed up with it. You know, it's like, you know, either go to war and blow your load or fuck off and go home. You know, it's just
yeah.
No, it's just everyone's just like, look, you know, it's like two little kids squabbling, and the mother is probably trying to, you know, like sit there and tolerate it, and then finally.
Well, you just hit upon the problem right there. If either those two jack fucks could blow their load, they'd probably be more of a men. But the reality is that they're hiding behind their, 500-foot Corvettes. You know, they're artificial phalluses. So.
Well, you got hair piece on one end. That's what I call them, hair piece. And then you got, mentally ill on the other side. You know, I mean, yeah, it's like, what are you going to do? Right?
Sounds like the opening match in a New England indie show.
Yes. But life is too short, man, to be afraid. You know, I mean, it's just before you know it, it's gone. You know, I mean, it's just like, hey, you know, you're slowly hurtling into an abyss already. So, I mean, it's just like, you know, nothing to be afraid of if you recognize what's already there, you know.
Yep. A friend of the family this week was buried by his children, his father and his father's father. You know, you never know. You know,
no, you don't.
55 years old, like, it's not an old. It's not a.
No.
It's not an old man. You know, I mean.
No.
God forbid anybody that's heard me sing probably is not surprised how much I love Tom Petty, and he wasn't an old guy. You know,
sucks.
I know that hit me hard too, man, because I saw Petty in '89 with the Replacements, and Full Moon Fever tour, and that was just insane. Where there's very few artists that I've ever seen where they can stop in the middle of a song, and the audience will just carry it right to the end, and I mean everybody.
And I was telling somebody the other day, who wasn't familiar with Petty, that I can play you these songs, but the real fucking amazing thing about Petty was that, like, when I decided I loved him was after, like, you know, when you see that famous video of him talking about after he'd hurt his hands and thinking he wasn't going to play it anymore, and, like, you know, that whole intro for the song The Waiting, you know, like, and he's like, and then I could do this, and then I could do this, and, like, it was so fucking, like, you know, like, it like, it's a thing that I saw then as a video on MTV, and I'll see now, and I'm sure I'm going to watch Full Moon Fever this week because the synchronicity that it's on Netflix randomly, you know, I won't be able to ignore that even though I'm on my horror-only ban right now. And, like, it'll give me chills when I know they'll mention it, and it'll give me chills when I see it again. Like, because, you know, like, it's just to go up there, like, he's standing before you, and he was saying, like, hey, you know, like, don't feel bad about wanting to throw in the towel, because I was ready to throw in the towel, but look what happened because I didn't.
Yeah. And you know what's funny, too, is, you know, going back to Blade Runner and Batty's speech at the end, and the idea of when you know that things are limited, when you know that things are within a parameter, within a box, that you basically embrace them all the more. And it takes on a whole entirely new perspective, you know, and it's so funny how when things are suddenly become out of reach, or they become non-existent anymore, how you really your mind gives so much more relevance to them, or different relevance, you know. But anyways, not to be so more maudlin before you guys wind up slitting your wrists, I wanted to say to you just a quick thing about some things that I caught in the summer in BFAN. I went again this year, and one film you guys have to see is a film called The Endless.
Oh yeah, it's definitely on our radar.
Yeah. Benson and Moorhead. That was wow. I mean, I never really. I saw Spring, but I never saw the film that was before that. The
Resolution.
Yeah, I never saw that. But then I went back and caught it, and I was like, oh my God, man, it totally ties into Endless. You know, it's just, yeah. that's a phenomenal film. What else have I saw the Psycho documentary about the shower scene.
Oh yeah.
That was great, man. Like that, like you're thinking, how can they go on 90 minutes about one little scene? But I mean, it's not just one little. That's the scene forever. You know what I mean? Like that's one of the most definitive scenes in motion picture history, right?
For sure.
And they go right into all the details of how many edits there were and the sound and just how it was all put together, and that was killer.
Yeah, is that? Do you know if that's got a wide release? I mean, obviously, maybe.
I think it's coming out at midnight.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think IFC picked it up.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely got to.
And another thing for me, a big treat that was a blast was that they did a retrospect this year on Alex de la Iglesia.
Oh yeah, nice.
And he actually came.
Nice.
I got to meet him, and that was a mind blower. And they showed on the big screen. I saw Day of the Beast again. And,
awesome.
And then I saw Last Circus on the big screen. And
He's such
they
a
showed
blind spot for me.
some of his newer stuff. You would love Alex de Iglesia.
I
Or is
bet
that
you.
Really, but yeah, he's awesome, you know. But there were certain films of his that they never got to show.
Yeah,
like,
we reviewed some of his stuff, Mars. We were
Yeah, but I've
Witchin'
never
and
seen-
Bitchin' and
I never saw Action Mutant or
Oh, okay.
Day of
Yeah,
the
that's
Beast or any
that's
of
the
his.
one
Yeah,
I really
Axiom
wanted to see.
Mutante.
Axiom Mutante. I really wanted to see that
Yeah.
on the big screen, but because of rights, they had trouble screening it in getting it outside of Spain. But there's that, and then there's have you guys ever seen Perdita Durango?
no.
Nope.
It was the film that he did. It was actually loosely based on Barry Gifford, who wrote Wild at Heart. The one character who Isabella Rossellini, who's in Wild at Heart. Her character, the girlfriend of Bobby Peru, she's Perdita Durango, and then the guy who wrote Wild at Heart had wrote a side story of her, about her, and about smuggling fetuses across the Mexican border. And then Alex de Iglesia did the movie with Rosie Perez and Javier Bardem.
Oh yeah.
And it's amazing, man. Like that film's great. That film's really, really good.
Smuggling
But I mean-
fetuses, that's Fu Manchu style.
Yeah.
I'm not
But,
supposed to talk about him like he's real, am I?
But what else did I see? Oh, I saw Faster Pussycat on the big screen. I saw the new Meatball Machine.
Oh,
Nice.
That Kodaku, that was a total blast, man. I mean, it's almost like it was like a live action Mortal Kombat, you know, like a. Have you guys ever seen the original Meatball Machine?
I'm afraid of it.
Yeah, I
It's-
didn't think much of it.
No, it's not the greatest, but I mean, it's kind of like more of a gorier Tetsuo, you know. But the new one, I mean, Nishimura, he did a lot with it. It's fun, man. I would love to see him do a movie with like Gwar versus the Necroborgs, you know, like Gwar versus Meatball Machine. You know, it would be hilarious. It was
That'd be
just,
good.
you know, it's that goofiness. I mean, kind of what I like to call beer and pizza viewing. You know, it's just.
Yeah.
I don't know
Watch
that I
this
could
right-
eat pizza while I watched Meatball Machine.
So what about you guys, man? I mean, what have you seen lately that's really knocked your socks off?
Absolutely, positively nothing.
Knocking socks off? Not much, but
Yeah.
Well, stuff I'd never seen before, or stuff I hadn't seen in years.
Right.
I went back and watched, I actually liked both of them even more. I went back and watched Trick or Treat and
Oh, yeah.
Rock and Roll Nightmare right in a row, and oh my fucking god, like
Nice.
Oh man.
I know something that knocked Raven Shadow socks off.
What's that?
That would be Goldface, the Fantastic Superman.
Yeah, that's my joint.
Have you
Nice.
have you ever seen that? It's an Italian lucha libre film
Yes.
from like '68 or '69, I think.
You're welcome.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That
it's
sounds.
it's fucking nuts.
Oh,
yeah.
so
it's on
basically-
YouTube.
Yeah, so we have Goldface, who's a superhero, high adventurer,
We don't
right?
need to give him the whole fucking
I'm
rundown.
gonna tell him the fucking
We have another guest to get to. So
Is it Goldface?
And his
No,
happy
no.
and his happy sidekick.
He's a manservant named Lothar, and Lothar calls Goldface Buana. It's outstanding,
Wow.
and he eats peanuts. I'm not gonna tell you which one, but watch it.
Jesus.
There's a
You-
motorcycle ride.
real quick. You
The
know what
motorcycle
was?
ride is amazing.
I thought it was really good. I've decided I'm going to champion this thing, like
Thank you.
because I'm not going to ever lie about its shortcomings, but I really like its ambition, and I really like how good it looked when it watched. But it was called The Legacy of Thorn. It's a slasher from, I think it's England, but I could be wrong because everyone is yelling the whole time, so I can't really get anyone's accent. But it's good. It's got all the cliche slasher things you want, but it has some new ideas. The only problem is that I think the director had about $1.50 to make it, but
Yeah.
it looks way better than that. It's in it. I don't know. Like, I think the main problem is, and it's for me, the thing that bothered me the most was that the sound is bad. But I think that I would prefer tinny sound and sound over like totally dubbed over performances every day. So, but it's cool. It's got some fun gore, and it does do something really stupid. Like, you find out the killer's weakness at one point, and the killer keeps getting subjected to his weakness, and the dummies can't seal the deal. So that's a little harrowing. And you know, I don't know if I will say that this is a good film, but it was a fun film, and it was better than it ought to have been. Like so it was cool. And in the you know, it's just got a big huge slasher. Another thing I like about him, he doesn't do the Kane Hodder walk. He kind of struts.
Right.
So, but I really enjoyed it. So that was a good.
Wow.
One.
Two quick things I want to get out there for Halloween. If you guys have never seen these films, or if you have, I just wanted my two go-to immediate favorites. Every Halloween I have to watch them. The first one is Dead and Buried.
Oh yeah,
Classic.
Gary Sherman, I love that film to death, man. And Jack Albertson, Chico and the Man, as the sinister mortician. I mean, amazing. And the second one is Tourist Trap.
Yes, there you go.
Tourist Trap, man, that film still keeps me out to this day, and I don't know what it is. And it's not a particularly gory film, but I tell you, man, that film will get under your skin. It's that's an amazing film, man. I mean, it holds up, you know. And I just wish Blue Moon hadn't have fucked up the Blu-ray release when they printed it. But I'm still waiting for the day when I get a deluxe edition of Tourist Trap, man. Like that, I got to get my hands on that.
I've never seen Tourist Trap. I'm gonna have to definitely check that out.
Yeah,
I think I might have it on DVD.
it's good.
All right.
They just reviewed it on the awesome. Oh no, I can't. I don't know what they just reviewed because I've been like doing deep dives, so I might be like 4 years ago.
And
But
young Tanya Roberts in that one.
yep,
That's right.
I
Oh, yeah.
recently
How young?
listened to a review of.
Jesus, how young.
You're-
No,
Batman.
no, it's like
Oh, my God.
No. Like, is it okay to be that young? Like, not that bad young.
It's always
No,
okay
no,
to
I
be
mean,
that
we're
young.
talking Sheena the Jungle.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. She was like in her early 20s at this point.
Yeah, right.
She's wearing this white and blue striped tank top and everything. It's pretty sweet.
That's
Wants
the
a
perfect
zero
young.
going down and picking out what lunchbox he likes the best.
Hey Tim, I hate to end the conversation because
Go ahead.
I always love fucking chatting with you, man. We got to do this again sometime soon.
Absolutely.
It was fortuitous that you had a week off and you had time. Obviously, with the time difference, you're typically working now. So next time you got some time coming up, definitely give us a heads up, and I definitely want to have some more time to shoot the shit because I always love talking film with you.
Sure, man. I'm sorry I let you know at a late notice. You know?
No, I'm glad we can make it work because as I said, it's always good to connect up with you and just shoot the shit because I love your perspective on film, and you always you always have some gems that I haven't seen or haven't heard about in a long time. So it's always a blast, my friend. So
yeah, and it's a blast. Always talking to you guys, man. I love you guys, and you guys get me through every week. My work, I'm just tuning in, and actually, I was helping my lady move on Saturday morning, and I was listening to you guys talking to Andrea Supersati, and that was a real blast. About the whole Faculty of Horror thing. And, yeah, that was great. So, I mean, it's like everywhere I go, man, whether I'm sitting in an airport or sitting at work or sitting somewhere, I'm always got YouTube nearby, and I'm typing in Trick or Treat archives and, like listening to my boys, man. It's just like you're always within reach. I love you guys.
Oh, we love you too.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, we love you too, buddy.
Right.
And
I love you.
aw. And a kiss.
Not that
Smooch.
much, man.
All right, Tim, we're gonna
Restraining order isn't in order.
let's catch up again and let's have you back for
All right, brother.
for a film review because always love talking film with you. So
Right.
But it was awesome chatting with you, and we'll catch up with you soon, bud.
All right, Jess.
All
Take
right.
care.
Yeah,
Bye.
take care, man.
Later.
Later, guys.
All right, so I apologize that we had to cut that short with Tim, but we have another person ready to talk to. So
Who's the next guest,
So,
Johnny?
Mars, you know who our next guest is because you're wearing his pins on your bag. Why don't you tell real
Oh,
quick?
how do you get him on there?
Huh?
Oh, that bag. Oh, sorry.
So give a little intro, and I'm going to connect up with our next guest.
This is one of my favorite stories of how I met this guy. I had found an artist a while ago. I think it was El Goro had showed me a Ramones parody cover where the Ramones were replaced by the the famous Monsters or something. I like just fell in love with this guy's art. I loved all of his stuff. I really enjoyed it, and like that was a few weeks went by. I was showing it to everybody, and then I went to an Evil Streak show, and a friend of mine introduced me to him, and I said, "Hey, that's a cool shirt. I saw that, I just discovered that artist. I love him." He said, "Oh, thank you." And he was being modest, but our mutual friend was like, "That's him. That's his shirt." So, and that guy was Sammy Furst, and he's my dude, and he's one of my favorite artists.
And he's joining us now.
And he's joining us right now.
Oh, is he here?
That's him.
No, he's not
Hello.
here.
Hey, there he is.
He's alive.
I am. It's been a while, fellas.
Yeah, how's it going, Sam?
Too long.
It's going good. Busy.
Yeah.
Very busy.
No shit. Yeah, I see you have all these events going on. It's crazy, man. If Monsters Aren't Good wasn't enough for you, you like to keep yourself busy. So for folks who haven't heard Sam before, we've had Sam on the show a couple times in studio, and we're going to do so again soon. But this was kind of impromptu because Sam has some cool events to talk about going on in the month of October. So we wanted to plan to have him on early in the month, and then we're going to, when we can coordinate schedules, we're definitely going to get you back in studio to hang out for an entire show.
Some of them are at my church.
What?
Some of these events are at my church.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Not that church.
No.
So if you guys haven't heard before, Sam has a company called Monsters Are Good, and Sam does some fucking amazing art, and you can purchase it on buttons, on these nice enamel pins. You can get T-shirts, all sorts of stuff.
That's what the Cheddar Beach Boys got for Christmas this year.
Is that so?
Yeah. It's funny. I like to see pictures of Jakey just going about his normal business in different places and wearing his Gilman shirt. He looks so adorable.
So you guys can find Sam and his shop, monstersaregood.com. It's going to bring you right to the store, and you got some great stuff. I love the Magic Mummy hoodie that you're taking pre-orders for right now, Sam.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I'm really excited. Every year I like to try to do like a new hoodie. It's not something that I normally carry, but in the month of October, I'm always I set up on Essex Street in Salem.
Yeah.
And people are out in the nice fall weather, and people are into it, and I always like to have that as an option. And I also like to change up my own wardrobe once a year. So
I'm also looking. The Creech Pop shirt is fucking amazing.
That's pretty great.
It's delicious looking.
Yeah, it really is. That would be what I'd order from the ice cream truck for sure. Yeah. So are you doing Salem again this year, Sam?
Yes, starting on October 14th. I'll be there the 14th, the 15th, and then the following 2 weekends on the Saturdays and Sundays. I'll be on Essex Street. The location on Essex Street will be determined the day of, but I usually have a nice big sign and some bright green lights so anybody can find me. Cool.
So for anyone in the area, or if you're going to be visiting Salem, Massachusetts during the Halloween season, please go check out our friend Sam at Monsters Are Good. He's gonna just follow him on social media. I'm sure you'll let folks know where you'll be on social media, I guess, right?
Yep. Every morning I'm out there. I post an update as to our location.
Perfect.
But if you're in Salem, I should just make mention of this just because it's I helped set it up, but it was it's going on at the Satanic Temple in Salem. Mm-hmm. A good buddy of mine, a guy that I'm pretty sure Mars knows as well, John Kozik.
Oh yeah,
From Evil Streaks. He's
one of my favorite guitar players ever.
He's such a wonderful dude, but he has the most incredible Ouija board collection,
Yeah,
and
he does.
a huge portion of it is going to be on display at the
nice.
Satanic Temple in Salem.
Oh, that's super cool. So people could go. What they could do is go check out the Kirk Hammett exhibit. They could go see John's collection of Ouija boards, and they could come see you, and then just have a fucking blast in Salem.
Could you get anything more Salem than that?
No, not really.
I was gonna wear a shirt, but now I'm not.
Like just in general, you're just gonna walk around without a shirt.
No, when I come down and visit.
Okay.
That's pretty par of the course for Dynamo.
It's true.
So that's great. I'm glad to hear that you're going to be back in Salem, and also you have some events. So one that you've talked about before is the B Movies and Burgers, which you do at the Friendly Toast is it in Cambridge or Somerville? I always get confused with that.
It's in Cambridge.
Okay, great. So at the Friendly Toast in Cambridge, and you do once a month. Is it like it's like the third Wednesday? Is it something like that, or second Wednesday?
It's the second Wednesday of every month.
Yep.
Give or take. It's usually it may be on like the 15th, and maybe on the 16th, but it's usually like right around there.
Gotcha.
This month, which is our next event is next week. We're showing The Frighteners, the Peter Jackson classic.
Yeah. Sweet. Love it.
One of my favorites. Got Michael J. Fox. You can't really go wrong, and Jeff Coombs. But with that event, we always do a themed menu for the evening. So we do like themed cocktails, and we do themed dishes.
He really scared me for real. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, Sam. We had Kevin Barbare. He just walked in on his knees.
Well, what's scary about it was that Michael Raven Shadow had just walked out. So I thought that Raven Shadow was having like a stroke or something.
MZ, get the man a seat, all right? Get him a seat set up. Sorry about that, Sam. We have Kevin joining us in
Oh my
studio.
God, he scared the sand heck out of me.
I wish we could have seen your face on that one.
You look like a marionette.
I was pretending to be a midget walking in.
I thought you were like Igor or something. You were like the Hunchback or something.
I was coming in like Vern Troyer.
Yeah.
Hey guys, nice to see you.
Kevin, do you happen to know Sam Furst from Monsters Are Good? Have you guys met each other?
We have met.
Okay.
I'm more familiar with Monsters Are Good than the actual name of the person because I've complimented their work and their products and their merchandise.
Gotcha.
When I've seen their booth at a couple of shows. So
Yeah. Hello.
Bonjour.
So Sam is letting us know about some of the events he has going on. So the B Movies and Burgers, that sounds great. Unfortunately, it falls on a Wednesday, so none of us are ever able to go.
Yeah, that's just when the Friendly Toast wanted to do it, unfortunately. But
yeah, of course.
But not on a Wednesday.
Yes.
Every Monday this month, I'm running. Well, I'm participating and help run another movie night at the Hall of Comics in Southborough.
Yeah, baby.
And the two guys there just kind of, we just started talking about it, and we wanted to do Monster Movie Mondays, and me and the guys sat down and we picked out a handful of movies for each week, and I basically just kind of get up there, do a little spiel about like random facts about the movie and the production and things like that, and at the end of the night we do some trivia, and there's prizes, and just kind of fun. And they're doing a raffle for a really awesome Vincent Price figure.
Yes, I saw that. I was kind of bummed out. I couldn't even make the first night, so I'm already screwed. So
and that store is a double plus. I can't ever speak about my love, my two other store loves, because Raven Shadow always gives me side eye. But that comic store, I love it. It's where my subscription sits. They take real good care of me, and what can be better than Sammy Furst and and that great shop. So
and some great horror movies.
I know.
Yeah.
Next week is The Wolfman, and the following week is Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
Yeah, baby.
Now you're talking.
Yep.
So then the week of Halloween, we're doing John Carpenter's Halloween.
Nice.
Awesome. And you guys, this past Monday, you did Bride of Frankenstein, right?
Right. My favorite.
Yes.
Yeah. How did that go? How did the first one? How did that all go?
It went all right. The turnout was pretty small. I'm hoping that more people will come out, but the two guys who own that shop, Jake and John, they're two of the nicest guys. I can't even talk.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Like Mars said, you can't say enough nice things about these two guys. It's one of the best, most comfortable I've ever been at a comic book store.
It's true. I call often apologizing that, hey, I don't have a lot of transportation, I'm out of work and, whatever you guys need. And, they'll literally, one of them will shush me and they'll be like, Mars, it's just comics, man. They'll be here when you get here. So, they're terrific dudes. I really love it there.
Yeah, I haven't been in there in a while, but I went there when they first opened, and they were super, super awesome dudes. And we've been talking to them about doing a podcast there or something like that. It just hasn't materialized yet, but I'm hoping that we're able to do something. Super nice guys. And,
yeah, I love it.
They have a great store there, and definitely, I'm hoping to make at least one of these Mondays. October obviously is one of the the craziest month of the year for us, but I'm hoping I can swing by and at least make one of them on my way home. It's pretty much right on my way home, so as long as I can have nothing going on that night, looking forward to coming and checking it out. So if any of you guys are anywhere in the area, definitely go to the Hall of Comics on Monday nights, and I believe it starts at 6:30. Is that right, Sam?
We're starting the movies nice and early, get home nice and early, but there's an excellent sub shop right next door.
Yeah.
Just grab a sub, come watch the movie. And then by the end of the night, we're the prizes for the evening are a originally designed poster by me for various movies. You can kind of have your pick, and then a Monsters Are Good shirt.
Yeah.
And then there's the raffle. So
yeah.
But of course, that's not all, because I have one more event that's going on.
But wait, there's more.
At my other favorite comic book store, Kamikaze, in Somerville. They, if you didn't know this, they are a Eisner Award-winning shop.
Wow.
I didn't even know there was a good comic shop in Boston.
Kamikaze is, if you like old toys, that's where to go.
Okay.
It is
Then I'm
unreal.
heading
Yeah. And the people who run the shop also just unbelievable individuals. And one of them approached me and was like, hey, I've had this idea. I've been wanting to do essentially like temporary toy exhibits in our glass cases for, like 1 weekend at a time. And he wanted to kick it off with coming up on October 14th, we're going to do the famous monsters of Kamikaze. And it's going to be just various monster toys from over the years. There's going to be a few pieces from my own personal collection. And then one of the owners of the store, David Lockwood, is going to kind of fill up the rest. But other than that, Monsters Are Good products will be available at the store during that show.
Nice. That's awesome. And what's the date on that, Sam?
The 14th and the 15th.
Okay. Perfect. So
I got to hook up with you in the next week, actually. So let's make that happen, because I want to make. I mean, I want to. I want to have some of you gear. Someone stop it. He's handsome. He's gonna. He smokes a nice pipe. No, I want to.
Oh my God! You're not making things better here, Mars.
No, I want to. I can't think of anything better to have on when I am in the middle of my disrobing at the Lucky Dog next week than
Monsters Are Good shirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Will Monsters Are Good be represented at Rock and Shock?
Well, they're in Salem.
Yeah.
I'm in Salem. Rock and Shock, while a local show, it's one of those things where it just doesn't work for Monsters Are Good, unfortunately. But Salem never fails me, and it's kind of hard to like decide between the two, really.
Yeah. with so much going on, and obviously you're doing the thing with Kamikaze on the 14th and 15th as well, which is the weekend of Rock and Shock. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's my kickoff week in Salem, so I'm actually not even going to be able to be at the opening for this little exhibit.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm going to help them set it up on Friday and then cut and run. But yeah, I'm kind of all over the place this month.
Yeah.
Even with things like working with other groups, such as there's another band called Damnation.
Yeah, I love those guys.
Yeah,
they're out of Fitchburg. I
don't like Fitchburg though.
Well, but I did a limited run Halloween shirt for them.
Nice.
Which I did last year as well. They actually only make 31 copies of the shirt, and then that's it. And so you got to be on the lookout for that this month. And yeah.
That's a good idea, Mars.
I've talked to Sammy about.
Yeah.
I think there's nobody better to do the next bunch of Deadite shirts, but who knew that a debilitating disease would drain your money and resources? I had no fucking idea.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be able to be on vacation and do things, but nope. Today I had to ration out my candy for the rest of the month, so I had candy to eat at each show. But yeah, no, we'll definitely make that happen because I bought 2 Evil Streaks shirts that I wear all the time. So
the Sammy Furst ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course when I wear them they say Evil Streaks. but I love them.
So everyone work. Yeah, absolutely. Your stuff's the coolest, Sam. Everyone should go check out monstersaregood.com and go
chat room, do it.
Go buy something and tell them that Trick or Treat Radio sent you. And there's some fantastic stuff. It seems like every time I look at your site, you got something new up, Sam. So I don't know how you, as one of the words that was misused a few weeks ago, Sam is very prolific.
True. Yes.
He put the pro in prolific.
You hear that, MZ?
You can just eat my ass, okay?
He's prolific.
Wow. You're not allowed to tell people to eat your ass while we have guests on. Yeah, really. It's not nice.
That just goes without saying.
Right.
Yeah. So, Sam, is there any? Obviously, I mean, you just told us about all this shit going on that you have going on in October. But is there anything else coming up in beyond October, or are you not really looking past October yet?
As of right now, I don't have anything in line till the holiday season, when I'm going to bring out another limited edition holiday monster shirt.
Oh, awesome!
And possibly one of the things I did last year was I did some monster goodie bags of sorts in the form of black stockings.
Nice.
With the Monsters Are Good logo on it.
Yep.
And I just kind of filled it up with all sorts of random monster goodies. But other than that, it's going to be kind of laying low for a little bit. The convention season has been a long road this year.
You were all over.
I was. I've been Ohio, Pennsylvania, Indianapolis, California twice, and yeah.
Well, it's paying off because when I look, I see. I just saw a bunch of my buddies at a concert on the left coast a couple of weeks ago, and one of them was sporting the Electric Frankenstein. So, and he's from Hawaii. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
You got to send that to me.
I will. I'll find it.
The only other thing I'll talk about is this whole other project that I've been really deep into with my good buddy Justin Mabry, who is the co-founder of Trick or Treat Studios, the mask company. He has his own signature line of mask paints coming out through a company called Motion Picture Effects. And I've been doing all the materials for that, so like the labels for the bottles and the ads and things like that.
Yep.
And those are coming out here in like the next week or so. But they're some of the coolest paints you could get. Like if you have any interest in mask making, like it's worth picking these up. It takes a lot of the guessing out of the game.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds great. I've heard of them because obviously I get Google alerts, so sometimes I see stuff from Trick or Treat Studios. So It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So ask them if they want to rumble.
They probably had it before us, so.
I'm like 100 years old. It's pretty tough to.
So no, I'm looking forward to checking that out as well, Sam. So you got tons of stuff going on. Maybe sometime after October, we can get you back in studio and just to hang out. And we'll get you on for a film review and just shoot the shit. Have you on for the whole episode because it's been a little bit. So we definitely want to get you back on.
I call dibs on the next Star Wars one.
Oh yeah.
All right, done.
Saw it. Just kidding.
All right, well, we'll do that, and we'll get you in for another horror review as well.
Yeah.
So,
All right, great guys.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad we could catch up for a little bit here, Sam. And anyone in the area, please go check out all of Sam's events. Go say hi to him in Salem, and then also go to B Movies and Burgers if you're in Somerville or Cambridge rather on the 12th, is it? Or
Starts on
11th.
11th.
That's it. Yep. So it's a Wednesday, and also go to the Hall of Comics and check out Monday nights 6:30 p.m. Watch some horror movies with Sam and a bunch of other awesome folks, and just hang out and buy Sam shit.
Yeah, do it. If you hear the sound of my voice, go buy some Monsters stuff and tell him that old Uncle Dynamo sent you.
Yeah, and if you can't check out any of those events, if you don't live in the area or if you just can't make it, then just go to monstersaregood.com and go buy some of Sam's stuff because he's got some fantastic designs. I love the hoodie. I'm gonna have to save my shekels for that one, I think. And we got some awesome enamel pins and T-shirts. So everyone go check out monstersaregood.com and buy something.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it was good to catch up with you for a few minutes here, Sam, and we'll definitely have to do it again sometime soon, and hopefully we'll run into each other at some point this month.
Yeah. Look forward to it, guys.
Awesome, Sam. Thanks again. Everyone go check out Monsters Are Good and say hi to Sam and buy some of his stuff, and we'll catch up with you soon, Sam, okay?
All right, take care, guys.
All right, take care, bud.
Bye.
All right, so the guest train rolls on. We haven't even talked about what we're doing tonight. So let me do that real quick. So tonight,
I'll be back in time to introduce our guest.
Our guest is taking a photo. Hold on.
Oh, it's okay. You can. We just need Raven Shadow.
Raven Shadow, get in the photo.
We're taking a picture and. Okay,
right,
we've taken the
photo.
For everybody who was watching that. Oh, that is a good photo. Wow.
So for tonight, real quick, we're going to review the Limehouse Golem, and then we're going to play some voicemail. And we've already had a bunch of guests. We had you just heard Sammy first, and then before that we had our buddy Tim from Korea, and I guess Dynamo was going to do the introduction, but he's no longer here. So
he said he'd be back in time for.
So I'll do it, and we are now joined in studio by our good friend. You've probably heard him on the show before. He is a member of the Deadites. He's a radio personality. He is a comedian. He is the creator and founder of Rock and Shock. Our good buddy Kevin Barbare.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, audience of one. My fan club.
So Kevin is here. We're going to talk a little bit about Rock and Shock. So
yes,
and just whatever. So we're going to actually push the movy review off a little bit.
No, do whatever you want. I've got time.
No. Okay.
Well,
let's.
I don't have to get up tomorrow. I thought I did.
Well, you have to get up at some point.
Well, at some point, yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, we don't want what the outcome of that would be. We don't want that, unless you're a zombie.
Oh yes.
You don't want him to get up.
Zombie Kevin might be kind of fun.
Yeah. Zombie Kevin. Who would I bite first?
So I think what we'll do now, since we've been going for an hour, let's take a quick break. Actually, it's not going to be right quick. We're actually going to go film a promo in the other room. So I'm actually going to play some music.
Do I get to introduce him now?
No, you missed it.
No, I'm doing it.
Well, I already did it. So
wow, I had a really good introduction. You fucking gypped.
Oh,
well, let's go ahead.
Go ahead. Everybody's waiting now.
Wait, do it when we get back from break. You can reintroduce him.
All right, fine. Fucking jerk.
So we're going to take a slightly longer than normal break because we're going to film a promo in the other room for the for the Rock and Shock weekend.
Yeah. Someone's got to take a shit.
And we're going to film them while they do it, apparently.
A long promo with Radio Talk for taking a shit, isn't that right?
We're gonna go into the room and film a promo.
We are going to film promo, and hopefully it will be up either later tonight or tomorrow. So we are going to take a break, and we're going to play some Deadites music after the normal break. So it might be slightly longer than normal, so if you guys would just hang with us, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to shoot the shit with Kevin. So we'll be back in, I don't know, a few minutes.
2 and 2.
No. Like
5 and 5.
5 and 5.
Like 5 and 5,
8
yeah.
and 1.
8 and 1, there you go.
That's 9.
Do you love to dance? The big scary monster haunts at midnight is a collection of dark songs about sex, love, death, revenge, and the end of the world. Brought to you by the world's greatest monster hunting electroshock band, the Deadites. Available on iTunes, Google Music, Amazon, CD Baby, and all other digital distribution sites.
I'm Alex West.
And I'm Andrea Subasati, and we're from the Faculty of Horror podcast.
And you're listening to Trick or Treat Radio.
I'm Robert Burble.
What's up, y'all? It's me, the Yeti. Telling all the ladies that they couldn't be more fine and that we should knock those boots like Frankenstein. When I want to get my nerd on, I go to Facebook and I go to the Trick or Treat Radio Facebook group. That's the place where I get to talk about all the hip new horror movies, all the cool comics,
Like comics.
RPGs, video games, you name it, we're talking about shit on there. And you could not be any cooler if you were the coolest kid in school. Be the first kid on your block to swing their cock over at the Trick or Treat Radio Facebook group. Just go to Facebook, search for Trick or Treat Radio, ask to join, and it's like Nerd Nirvana, baby, without the shotgun blast. This is the Yeti, signing out. See you at the Trick or Treat Radio Facebook group.
Follow us on Twitter at The Deadites, TheDeadites.com, and TrickOrTreatRadio.com.
Trick or Treat Radio is the greatest podcast ever invented. The spelling is very bad. I'm not sure who wrote this. And the Deadites, the Deadites. Is that a company that procures houses? The Deadites. Oh, it's the Deadites. The Deadites are a fantastic musical act. That is what I was supposed to say. And there you go. There it is. Cheeseburger. Remember to rent The Fly, because that's a good movie for making love to.
Jeff Goldblum, thank you so much for joining us, and hopefully we can get you on the show again sometime soon.
take my time. I have all the time in the world to make you mine. It is written in the stars above, God's decree. You'll be right here by my side, right next to me. You can run, but you cannot hide. Don't say you want me, don't say you need me, don't say you love me. It's understood. Don't say you're happy out there without me. I know you can't be, 'cause it's no good. I'll be fine. I'll be waiting patiently till you see the signs and come running to my open arms. When will you realize? Do we have to wait till our worlds collide? Open up your eyes. You can't turn back the tide. Don't say you want me, don't say you need me, don't say you love me. It's understood. Don't say you're happy.
All right. We're back. All right. I apologize for the live folks. I'm going to actually edit that down on the podcast. But thanks for sticking around. And we just filmed a ridiculous promo that's going to be on our YouTube channel soon.
No, it was very serious and good.
So thanks for Kevin for helping us out with that. And then you guys will see that soon. It's to promote all the awesome stuff that's going on the weekend of October 13th, 14th, and 15th. And I'm sure we'll talk more about that later on. But we now have Kevin with us.
Yeah.
You want to give that intro, Mars?
You know, somebody very recently asked me, like, what I, how I gauge success. And one of the things that I said after thinking about it for a little while.
It's not that guy over there, and he pointed at me.
was mooning me with a lighter to his ass. But, and I said it's basically the fact that I am lucky enough. I feel like I'm doing something right because the people who I have admired as I was coming up through the entertainment industry, I guess, have become my friends. But this person transcends that because this person is family to me. He's been there the worst times of my life. I've been there some of the worst times of his life. He's always been...
Normally when you are, it is when you're around.
Sure. I've caused some of the worst times of his life.
Oh, no. It's not a coincidence that we were there at those times.
Yeah. So did booze and stuff. But at any rate, this dude is my brother. He is a member of the Deadites, and he's one of my best friends on earth. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm so honored to have Kevin Barbare here tonight. Creator of Rock and Shock, keyboard, saxophone player for the Deadites.
Very nice.
And all around great voister. I coined that term the other day. Voister.
Oh, I like that. The voister.
Yeah.
Voister. I call them pukesters.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, you know that talent show, The Voice? Well, we're going to do the voister.
It's going to have a sea theme, like the logo's going to come out of an oyster.
Win the Golden Oyster Trophy. I don't know. I kind of liked Wolfie's intro better.
Well, Mars was more sincere. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
that was very Wolfie well doesn't done. Really like Kevin.
What are you talking about? I love Kevin.
Thank you. I love you too.
So, Kevin, this year, Rock and Shock, I think we decided it was the 14th year? Is something crazy like that?
14th year, yeah. Just happens to fall on a Friday the 13th this year. So, obviously, we have a lot of things that are related to Friday the 13th happening.
Jason.
Jason, a couple of Jasons, actually. And Some of the voice cast from the video game will be there. But getting a little bit off the subject, yes, it is a big year. A lot of new things happening. Where would you like to start? Which department would we like to start with?
You pick. What are you most looking forward to? How about that?
Well, we have some interesting musical choices. Now, obviously, Friday night, the Deadites are playing at the Cove. In the past, the Deadites have played at Rock and Shock, to the delight of tens. The trash can to the singer. You can't really top that. Although there is a I don't know if you'd call it bootleg. There's a video of the night that we performed at the Palladium on YouTube singing "No One Lives Forever." I believe that's the only video I know of in existence of us doing that song.
There is someone taped that whole show, but they might have hidden it for evidence.
Well, we've had much better shows since then.
Yeah, well, like I said to Tiny, I think when they said "Don't come back," I think they like us.
Don't come back.
See you next week.
Or was it? Don't come back.
Oh, it might have been.
Might have been that.
We would have been okay at that Guar show if Guar frontman, as I was leaving, didn't say, "Maj, you have more songs left." And I went back in the stage manager was like, "No." So then I sang the Bee Gees a cappella. And that's when they broke part of the barricade to try to get and crush me.
Yeah. The reason I mentioned the Deadites playing Friday night is it's an alternative to the Palladium show, which is Ministry, which is a big name, and I actually saw.
Never heard of him.
Yeah. I actually saw Ministry the last time at the Palladium years ago, and if you haven't been to the Palladium since they remodeled, it's super nice.
Really?
In there now. Yeah, it looks like something from The Great Gatsby. Now it's got that nice little Art Deco look to it. They have a brand new marquee with a television screen, and so we have Ministry playing. We have Death Grips playing. On Saturday, we have the all-star Rocking the Rocking Dead band with members of some of Alice Cooper's bands, some of Faster Pussycat, several other bands, and we also have Tim Capello added this year, who is the sax player for Tina Turner. He was in the Lost Boys.
I can't wait.
The big muscly guy, if you're trying to picture this person in your head, leather pants, chains, long hair.
Can't miss him.
I still believe that guy.
He's like Paul with a saxophone.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Are you gonna have a sax off with him?
Sure. A little sax off. I will. You know what? I might actually have him sign the saxophone. That might be a good thing. I can give you a little tip about him, which is kind of funny. If I haven't already told you guys in private, I will tell you on the radio right now. Not the radio, the podcast. So Tim Capello still looks the same. I mean, he was super recognizable in the 80s, but he still looks the same. Big muscly guy, right? Leather pants, chains, powerful voice.
Yep.
Meet him in person. Hi, how are you? It's so nice to meet you.
That's amazing.
Where did you get that cod piece? Very nice guy. But totally different in person than I thought he would be. I thought he'd be like, "Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you." Very good. Yeah, Tina Turner, she was awesome. But anyway, okay. Yeah. No judgment here. I don't care. I'm just pointing that out. It's kind of funny when you see a big giant muscle,
I know it.
like Arnold Schwarzenegger size, and you go up and they're like, "Hi, how are you?"
You know, I think I often say that when Tiny and I were wrestling a lot, we were taller guys, strangely, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when we started doing conventions and stuff, we became dwarfs. But very few guys
in person.
Yeah.
Very few guys, especially wrestlers, are not that big. No. They're wide,
right?
But they're not tall.
Right. Very very few guys in the horror scene, regardless of how intimidating they are.
Mm-hmm.
Are intimidating in real life.
Yeah.
Kane, perfect example.
Kane is the embodiment of the,
Every time I meet him, he gives me, you've introduced me 3 times, and 3 times he's,
crushed your hand or your neck?
Crushed my hand and my neck.
Yeah.
And for the picture, it's always this. Come here.
Yeah. Well, you think about the characters that a lot of these actors have played, like Kane Hodder or Derek Mears, who's also been Jason, Andrew Bernarski, Leatherface. All these people were big people because they had to be. But we haven't even gotten to the Rocket Shot guest list. I was still going with the Palladium shows, which are happening each night throughout Rocket Shock weekend at the actual Rocket Shock convention at the DCU Center. My co-founder Gina, who is the GM of the Palladium, has always wanted to have James Remar as a guest, and she finally was able to wrangle him in. Dexter's father from Dexter. Let's go. Streets of Fire. 48 Hours.
The Warriors.
The Warriors. Yes, big movie. The Warriors. He's Commissioner Gordon's father on Gotham, I believe.
I think he's on Gotham. Yeah.
Yeah. The Cotton Club. Blade Trinity.
Yep.
Here's the little.
Oh yeah, Django Unchained too.
Yeah, I forgot about some of these things. Here's something you might not know about James, which is very interesting. He was the actual original actor who played Hicks in Aliens.
Oh, really?
Yes. And he left at the time, and he's admitted this since then. He left at the time using some family emergency, but it was actually, he says now, he had a drug problem, and he lost the job and lost a lot of years of work. Walter Hill wouldn't who got him the job on Aliens ended up not giving him a job for 10 years. But some pictures I don't think there's any footage in existence, but a lot of pictures of the scenes that they filmed of him in the hive with Bill Paxton and the rest of the cast have surfaced, and you can look those up.
Wow.
And Michael Biehn replaced him in the movie. Wow. So, and some first-time guests like Mercedes McNabb, who obviously I don't remember all these off the top of my head. Jesse has. I mean, Wolfie has them on.
She was in Hatchet 1.
Yes, she was, and 2.
Yep.
But best known for Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel, and I believe the first regular cast member from those 2 shows that we've had. We've had multiple requests over the years for people from Buffy and Angel, and she's the first regular that we've had. Adam Green will be making a triumphant return. His new movie, Victor Crowley, is currently on tour, hitting some theaters. You can actually see it Thursday night at the Cinema Salem, the weekend of Rock and Shock, and Adam will be there doing a Q&A, and there might even be a couple of surprises.
Nice.
At the show. That's on Thursday night. And
my
Adam
special
also
lady friend is so excited to re-meet him, it's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, he is. He's super nice. He doesn't charge for autographs, which is very cool.
Yep.
Very fan friendly, and if you've never heard about him, go to rocketshock.com. Look at his credits. You can. I love the movie Frozen, which he did, which in the movie I believe takes place at Wachusett Mountain, but it wasn't actually filmed at Wachusett Mountain. And Adam is from Holliston. He had the television series Holliston,
which I love that show, which featured none other than you.
I may have appeared in a couple of episodes, but Hatchet 1 through 3, and of course Victor Crowley being the newest one in that
Great
series.
podcast too.
Yeah, he has a very good podcast, and he also has a couple little web series that are going. They're very good. We have a Walking Dead guest this year by request, Pollyanna McIntosh, who is the leader of the rogue gang that lives in the junkyard. And supplied the guns in this last season. British actress. She's not British on the show. But she, what was I going to say about her? Last time we saw her on The Walking Dead, she was pointing a gun at Rick's head and it double-crossed him, so I don't know. I mean, that was how it...
Spoiler alert.
Please pull the trigger.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just...
Please pull the trigger, Pollyanna.
It was last season. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Forget I said that.
That's fair game.
Yeah.
No, I was making a joke.
Okay.
She was also in Let Us Pray we reviewed, which...
Yes, with Liam Cunningham.
And Tales of Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And she was in the Woman, which...
the Jack Ketchum.
Yep, which
film.
should make anyone feel bad about themselves within 10 minutes into it.
Yeah, pretty much. Kirk Acevedo, who was also on The Walking Dead. A lot of people know him from Fringe and Oz. I don't believe he is alive anymore on The Walking Dead. Is that correct?
I was going to say that. What? Wait.
Is that another spoiler?
No, I thought you meant real life.
Yeah. He actually had a pretty big part in the new Planet of the Apes movie that was out not that long ago. I don't know if you remember.
He's awesome. I love him in Oz. He was Alvarez, and he was my dude.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Derek Mears will be back. Derek, the last person to portray Jason in the reboot of Friday the 13th, also has been on Sleepy Hollow. He was in 4 of the 5 Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
I just rewatched that remake just the other night.
Yeah? I haven't seen it since it was in the theater.
I'm going to tell you, if you have access to the unrated version.
Yeah.
It's one of the few times where I feel like the lack of gore in a Friday the 13th movie.
Yeah.
Like the theatrical version of this is like almost like I feel like it's got to be like almost PG-13.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like
I remember that being like
Yeah.
something that was one of the things I always looked forward to. Is like, how are they going to kill this person?
Right, but the gore. But you know, I watched last year. I watched the unrated version and enjoyed it. And this time I was
Okay.
like, man, there's just something missing here. And I hate to think that I'm just a fucking slave to the GRU, but
Yeah.
you know, like it must be. You know, like so if you can watch the unrated version, watch it. I like. Kane is my favorite Jason. I've said it, even though he's not in my favorite Friday the 13th movie, but
Yeah.
he's
He's
always,
played him the most too.
Yeah, he's always going to be, he's always going to be my favorite Jason. But I like Derek. I like that version of Jason a lot.
Yeah,
So.
and if any of you are fans of Twin Peaks or you watched the revival on Showtime, Derek had a fantastic episode where he had a something very great happen to him in the episode. I don't want to spoil it. If you guys want to, I'll tell you off the record, but
off the grid.
To take a look, it's a good scene, and he actually is with Kyle MacLachlan in the scene.
Nice.
Yeah, Kane Hodder, who you mentioned, is also back this year. He is Victor Crowley in the Hatchet movies, so he's got a double thing going on with Friday the 13th being that Friday. And if you come out on Friday, you can actually purchase a photo op with Kane in the full makeup.
Oh wow!
From I'm trying to think which A New Beginning, I believe, is the one. Yeah, which was directed by John Carl Buechler.
Yep.
Buechler, who was also a guest at the convention this weekend. He also did the makeup. He'll be recreating the makeup for the photo ops, and I believe we're only selling 150 of them if we haven't already.
Yeah, it was limited.
Part 7, yeah.
Amy Steele, who was the star of Friday the 13th Part 2. This is her first time at Rocket Shot.
I can't wait.
And at the time, that was my favorite of the entire series.
Yeah,
was Part 2. And it has that fantastic skinny dipping
Yeah.
scene. Anyway,
I am stoked to meet her.
Yeah, Amy is great. And last time I saw her, she looked exactly the same. I haven't seen her in a few years, but she has not changed at all. We have Linnea Quigley from Return of the Living Dead, who played Trash.
Yes.
The famous cemetery dance scene. She will be there. Tom Savini makes a triumphant return. Tiffany Shepis, who hasn't been in a few years and is currently in the Sharknado. No, she just did a film. I'm wondering if she's in. Is she in Victor Crowley? I haven't seen it, so I can't say. I know
maybe.
she was just in something that came out.
If
That's
only
why
we
got
had a
to move
magical
back.
machine.
Yeah. Like some kind of, if there was something we could type it in and suddenly we would know. Zach Galligan will be back this year. He was in Hatchet 3, and he, of course, was Billy Peltzer in Gremlins and Gremlins 2 and allegedly Gremlins 3, which is possibly happening, he says. I'm trying to think who else we have. Christina Klebe, who is one of the voice actresses from the Friday the 13th video game, but is also from, Rob Zombie's Halloween. Very nice lady.
She was just in The Last Heist.
The Last Heist? Okay.
And I got to tell you, I want to walk up, I'm trying to think of a diplomatic way to say it, because there's a not diplomatic way to say it, but like, she is the best part in every movie that she's in, regardless of the quality of everything else that's going on.
What was that
like,
movie?
She shines.
Don't Kill It?
Yeah.
She was in
Don't
that.
Kill It.
Yeah, with
Dolph Lundgren. Yeah, both those were Mike Mendez films.
Yeah, she's super nice and lovely lady. And Cult of Chucky, which just came out in the past week or two on demand and everything. We have Alex Vincent, who starred in the original 2 Child's Play movies, and Christina Elise, who was in Child's Play 2, will both be there. And hopefully by then some of you will have rented it on demand or seen the movie.
I started it tonight.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm having a good time so far.
Yeah, I've not to spoil anything about it, but I heard part of the plot line. It sounds pretty good. I'm looking forward to seeing it. So they'll both be here. Christine Elise was very familiar to the generation of the 90s because she was on Beverly Hills 90210 for a while. And she also starred in Abel Ferrara's Body Snatchers.
Yep. She doesn't look like she was in Victor Crowley. She is. Sorry.
She was.
Just
I was just
doesn't,
going to say, I was waiting for the
bad.
Tiffany?
Shepis,
Yeah.
Tiffany Shepis
Just
is in
bad thumbnail.
Yeah. We have Barbara Bagnolfi, Italian actress who was in Suspiria, Cut and Run, Disciples, Sisters of Ursula. We always try to have some of the Italian or Euro horror people there. Eileen Dietz, who hasn't been in a long time, who was not only the black and white faced demon from The Exorcist, but she was also Linda Blair's double in any scenes where she, couldn't do things that she wasn't allowed to do. So sometimes you'll see Reagan in the movie, and it's actually Eileen.
And I believe this is our first appearance since the first Rock and Shock. Isn't that correct?
Oh, is it? Wow.
I think it is.
Wow, then that's amazing because that's I thought I had seen her since then. Well, yeah, Eileen is great, and we have our usual authors panels and Q&As with all the guests. We have on Sunday, I believe, we're going to have an independent how to break into independent comics panel, sci-fi and horror comics with a group of artists. It's a new one that we've added.
Nice.
I'm trying to think who else we have for guests that I'm not remembering right. Oh, we added Eugene Clark at the last minute from Land of the Dead. We had a guest cancel. We wanted somebody kind of in the George Romero wheelhouse.
Yep.
Because we lost George this past year, and he was at Rocket Chuck, I believe, the most of any other guest we've ever had.
Wow.
Always wanted to come back. Always loved talking to the fans. But Eugene is the star of Land of the Dead. He was the gas station zombie that was basically leading everybody through the whole movie. Any other questions you have about the convention? Of course, the Deadites Trick or Treat Radio will be there.
Yep.
Yes.
Our dear friend Derek Rook will be there.
Derek Rook is part of the panel I was just mentioning, actually, which was we just put together in the last week or two. And we have I'm trying to think what other new vendors we might have this year.
Yeah, it looks like from what I've seen, it looks like a lot of the same people, but I'm sure there'll be some new vendors. And I do know as next to us, we're going to have our buddy Bill by Force from Outside the Cinema, and he's going to be with Survival of the Film Freaks, his upcoming documentary.
Nice.
The Cove, where the Deadites are playing Friday night, actually has a booth this year at Rocket Shock for the first time. So they'll be promoting the show, and maybe there's some kind of discount they can offer to. Of course, not out of our pockets. But I mean, it might be some kind of I don't know. Come down and we'll let you in for full price.
That's one of those things that sounded like an awesome idea. Like well, you guys get a table too.
And then I'm like, wait a minute.
And then we're trying to plan sound check and. Teddy's like,
no
you guys come at noon.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm still sleeping at noon. Second of all.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, but we'll make it happen. But it's Ted and the Cove are a great guy. Just if you are from Worcester, and if you've been to the Cove and you haven't had the opportunity to put a face with the how great that joint is, please stop by and tell him hello and. Or let him sell you. Let him talk into the building because he's an old time carny like us. So.
Oh yeah.
So.
So yeah, it's a group of fantastic guests.
And of course we mentioned it up front, but my buddy and another hero, the great Kurano Mitsusaki, whose name I can't say. What?
Wow.
What about him?
Is Mr. Sexy? Why? What happened? Didn't we talk about it before?
No.
Yeah, we did.
Off air.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yep.
How about this? While you guys discuss that, tickets for Rocket Shock.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Which is Friday the
It's on air.
13th through the 15th at the DCU Center and the Palladium. You can get tickets at the box office of either place. You can get them at FYE, and you can get them at ticketfly.com. How about that?
There you go. And you can get just the convention if you want, or you can get the convention and the rock show.
Yep. Or you can just get the rock show. There's all kinds of combos for a day, a weekend, 2 days.
Wolfie is so adamant he's going to have a surprise. He's going to forget. He's going to try to ignore the fact that it's just everywhere on the internet.
I'm uncomfortable.
Even Monster Zero.
It is uncomfortable. Just shut up.
Drag me into this, man. I'm just keeping my mouth shut.
I'm not the one that looks ridiculous. You're like, we're going to have a surprise, even though it's on the TV and the news.
Yes, we did mention in the promo. I can vouch for that.
The promo that hasn't released yet, Mars.
Right.
Sorry, Trick or Treat Radio listeners, I accidentally mentioned something that was all over the internet today. I'm very sorry. But we will bend reality to make it so you don't know. So just forget.
No.
Let's make this podcast great again.
Oh, no! We're gonna have to go back. We're gonna.
I'll
have to
throw
go
you
back-
some paper towels.
We're gonna have to go back to episode 2.
You working on your jump shot there, MZ?
He's good at it.
I'm the greatest jump shotter in the world.
MZ, you sure that I saw that on the news today? You sure that's not a secret? You sure we're supposed to talk about that?
Oh, we weren't? Oh.
Ixnay on the Vega.
Wait, what?
Let's not talk
What?
about that.
Vega?
Let's not talk about
The agave?
Let's not talk about the Vegas.
I wasn't saying anything about the Vegas.
No, it's a surprise.
What?
I think that's bordering on offensive.
I'm offended.
I don't care about offensive. I'm just trying to understand what the hell's going on here.
He just won't give it up. That's what's going on.
No, he'll give it up.
MZ won't.
Yeah, he will.
You're going to give it up at Rock and Shock MZ?
He already said no.
Yes.
To who?
To who?
Everybody.
Sligoth?
Yeah, you got to do that. He's from Florida.
Oh, shit, I spoiled it.
Oh, shit, Sligoth's coming.
Unwillingly, probably, but yeah.
Michael Raven Shadow might. He sleeps bunking at his house, right?
Oh, everyone's bunking at Raven Shadows.
We've been in full construction mode over the week. I got some more painting to do tomorrow. I got to paint the trim. Yeah. It's nice. We're getting there. I got some bookshelves.
I can't wait to get home and paint the trim myself. You know what I'm saying? With my tongue.
Do you have books for the bookshelves? Or?
No, I got action figures.
Nice broad strokes.
Yes.
So that's all very exciting. I'm so excited. We actually can say what booth number we are. We're going to be 207. So if you guys are going to be at Rock and Shock, come look for booth 207.
Don't
We'll
look
be
for
all
me
weekend.
there.
No?
No, I never hang out with these assholes.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Neither do you, though. You wander away and say, "I'm going to be gone for 5 minutes," and then come back 90 minutes later.
Well,
and
at
able
least
to stand.
at least we know he won't be drinking with the chain gang. This
True.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Good point.
But I will be with Sligoth, though. You know what that is.
He just smokes. He doesn't. I don't know if he drinks so
Yeah,
much.
not too much. He says he sips.
He sips.
Well,
Yeah.
he's sipping.
And you don't smoke, so I think there's an impasse there.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find some mutual ground.
That was another thing I heard recently in the Greatest Hits. You flat out, you trying to convince Wolfie and I, who were there and sober, that you were only gone 15 minutes.
No, I saw
Like 15 hours.
16 minutes.
Yeah,
like 15
you were
hours.
like you like left at 4 o'clock and came back at like 6, and you were like, "Why are you looking at me?"
Well, that was,
No, it was like 3 hours.
Yeah.
I was gone for 3 hours.
I
You
think
were
you
gone
were.
for 3 hours.
No, I had to walk around. They wouldn't let me in the back door, so I had to go all the way around.
Oh, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's long, Kevin. We should talk about that.
How far it is from the back door to the front door?
Yeah.
It is a long way.
Thank you. And he invented Rock and Shock.
Especially if you go the wrong way.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you go the long way,
Yeah, if you go
going the wrong
towards,
way.
like, the old fashion outlet there, you're going
That's
all...
where I went.
Yeah.
Up commercial.
See, the other way is just, like, around the corner.
You went to the fascist outlets, Raven Shadow?
I need a map this year.
You just go back to Uno's. You fucking love that place.
I can't wait.
Order your fucking
Pizza skins.
pizza
Nah, me and
skins
Reverend
with-
Scott put a stop to that this year.
with your
Keep
knife and
shoving
fork.
shitty Uno's down our throat because everybody wants to go there when there's a perfectly good fucking stadium burger and Flirtini up the street.
No, they don't have stadium burgers anymore.
You'll be surprised.
What'd you get them back?
Yep.
Well, there's there's probably a lot of new places to eat since last year. I'm thinking since Rock and Shock. They added 2
Jimmy
hotels
John-
since last year.
Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's, yeah. There's a Jimmy John's.
If you mention Brock Lesnar, you get a discount.
Yeah. I don't think I'll ever eat at Jimmy John's.
There's going to be 35 of us inside Jimmy John's.
Yeah, probably.
And we made such a mess at Uno's last year. Like, I don't think I want to go back.
Now, you fucking guys.
Well, somebody, has to order defensively.
That's right, 'cause I'm smart. Kevin, listen.
Okay, here we go.
If you were with a lot of
Jesus
people, right?
Christ.
Say you were
He's
like
always with a lot of
34.
people.
Wait, so he knows.
Yeah.
All right. And let's say you might get concerned about checks being confused, or maybe you have to
Yeah,
leave
yeah.
really quick, right? You
Yeah.
just want to drop down $30 and you got to go.
Yeah.
So if you're with this many people, if I know that Mars' special lady friend is going to order a Sam Adams,
Yeah.
and I know that
Anyone with taste buds.
we'll order a Sam Adams, it might get confusing because I might have 6. Someone might have 3. I don't know how much we get lost in the shuffle. So I would order a beer that I know no one would
She's
get.
not going to have Sam Adams this year, I guarantee you.
Gotcha.
So that way I know, okay, well, maybe I ordered
Those are mine.
Right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm on a budget.
So when
Gotcha.
you look
Yeah,
at
no, I understand that.
but when you look at the bill, like if everybody got Sam Adams, say, right, and there are 8 people, right? Then what fucking difference does it
You are
make?
ridiculous, Mariano.
No, it makes sense.
To whom?
To me.
You could. It tells you how much each one is, right? So we'll say like 8 times like $4.95 or whatever.
Yeah.
You put. How many do you have? 2. You put $10 down.
Well,
Plus tip.
Sometimes I forget how many.
Yeah, if you've had 8. Do you remember that you've had 8?
Bring like a cribbage board and put a peg in every single time you have
I'm going to
one.
bring a cribbage. What is it called? A
cribbage board.
cribbage board.
Quibbage.
Quidditch.
Hey, Harry Potter plays that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Quidditch patch
We'll
kids.
definitely get thrown out of a Quidditch match Thursday. Listen, just order. If you want to drink shitty beer, Aries does.
Yeah.
He just doesn't make excuses because he's big.
Oh, well.
But if you want to drink shitty beer, just drink shitty beer. But don't make up cockamamie reasons why.
I think
do.
it's because I'm fucking smart. That's why.
Why?
Because there was a big Bill snafu. I think Bill by force caused it.
No.
Why don't you just get your own check?
No, because they sometimes don't do that.
Yeah, I feel bad for them. I felt bad for the waitresses and the wait staff.
No, I didn't feel
because
bad
of-
for them.
because of the commotion that we caused.
No. See, you're
What do you
ridiculous.
feel bad for them for? It's their fucking job.
Like, listen.
You better fill my coffee like 7 or 8 times.
They were going to get a huge tip, and they fucking blew.
I don't tip.
They were going to get a slightly less big a tip.
Put a buck in.
But like,
And everyone has credit cards or debit cards. I use
because it's
cash.
2017.
Yeah, but I cash money. Bam.
Tommy Chu. Tony Chu.
You have
Obi-Wan.
Tommy
Toby.
Wan.
that cash thing too.
Shoot.
When Aries kicking you down the street,
Oh,
that dumb
fuck you.
cowboy cash thing's another thing. You got to get with 2017, or we're gonna kill you.
Cowboy
That's all it
cash.
is. Yeah. You got to get with the
Yeah,
real.
you haven't heard of Cowboy Cash?
Yeah.
What's cowboy cash?
It's what you have. Because I'm a cowboy, so I don't use a card. I'm a tough guy.
Do you even have a debit card?
No. Aries.
Do you know what a
Whip,
debit
whip
card
out,
is?
whip out your wallet, Kevin.
No.
What does he need a debit card for? If he's got cash.
His wallet is like
Kevin.
this. I swear to God.
Cash is king.
Yeah, if you're a fucking
He's
cowboy.
got a man
or-
purse.
It's a Superman purse from Krypton.
Superman
a Superman
purse.
purse.
Yeah, I know what that means. Hope.
That's a tote.
means
That's not a
hope,
purse.
okay?
That's not a purse. That's
Yeah.
a tote. That's perfectly reasonable.
That's my
He
Superman purse.
calls it a man purse.
It's kind of a sack.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
And I got my.
That's
hair
like the Grail diary. Your wallet's
Yeah.
your wallet's huge.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, you know what? You keep all like your points cards in there
yeah, I
from
got
like
my
CVS.
my
and all
Diners
those.
Club.
Yeah.
He had business
Marlboro
cards in there
points.
from like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I think from the first,
Yeah,
the
we
first
just-
Rock and Shock.
Yeah, we had him empty it out like maybe 4 or 5 months ago, and it's
It doesn't look so empty to look at that
No.
card thing.
I got a
Wow.
magnifying glass. That's kind of cool.
You pull out the middle card in the middle of that giant stack there, and I bet it's from the 40s.
See, yeah.
Pull out that stack.
What the hell do you need that for?
You have glasses.
Yeah, well, I mean to see something. What if I'm finding clues?
You're
You
finding
haven't,
clues.
you haven't found a single one yet. Why start?
What's well, I have it. I'm like, that's the fucking clue I found.
Pull out the
my
middle
gosh.
card in the middle of that thing. I
and
bet
it's all cloudy
it's
and
like
everything.
Amelia Earhart.
It's the Ace of Spades.
It's all cloudy and everything. You can't make anything out if you see through it.
Yeah. It's like looking through a dirty fish tank.
God, don't pick. Just
No,
pull
I got
one
a
out.
gift. This might be some money on this.
There might be somebody.
my gift card.
You could do one show just where you
It
call all the
expired 10 years
numbers.
ago.
You call all the numbers on his gift card to see if any of them have anything
Did it
on it.
really expire 10 years ago?
No. I think you can call. You want to see what your card balance is? You want me to
Yeah,
check?
can we do that? I got my
Yeah.
Avengers card. We saw this before.
This is exciting.
Oh boy.
I'm an Avenger.
But he has an Avengers card. Oh, he has with his photo on it. He's one of the Avengers. Put that up in front of the camera. Oh, we don't. Maybe there's info on here. We don't want to.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's just a picture. You can't see it. It's an.
Oh,
he's a
that's
member of the
too-
Avengers.
That is too funny.
Interesting.
I think if he had stayed,
Full security clearance you have. Wow.
I don't think that
Everything,
they
yeah.
would have. I don't think they would have got movies if that lineup had stayed the same.
But I still can't get in the back door at Rock and Shock. But thanks, this is great.
Gotta walk around.
That's his Bill Clinton signed it. That's your first one.
All right. What do you guys think? It's a $25 gift card. How much do you think he has on it?
Nothing.
I'm hoping like 50.
I don't think you've used it yet.
10.
Under
really?
$4.
Okay.
Okay, so who said
282. Kevin wins it.
It's expired though.
No, it's got a couple years.
Did they have a website? How did you get that?
It's on the back of the
fucking
card.
back, you idiot.
Use your magnifying
My
glass.
magnifying glass. I got bad eyes, so this is good. I'm just fucking as a tip. I'm leaving this. There you go.
You're right. I'm just gonna put it out,
Alright.
Kevin. Just so you know, when you come to my house when I don't answer the phone one day,
Yeah.
it's either him him or him why I killed myself. That's what
I can actually, and you actually activated it on November 29th, Raven Shadow, 2014.
Oh, really?
Wow.
How much is on this one?
Oh, here's another one.
It's 3.
How much is on that one?
Ooh, this is a gold American
It's
Express.
$100 one.
Yeah.
Whoa.
If it's more than 50, I get to keep
I
it.
have a note that says minus $63, so I wonder what's the balance.
well, if you haven't spent it, it's 40 something. You. That's why, right there.
Well, it'll be $37,
Just shoot me.
$37, I think.
Shoot me.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
That's a pretty lady on there. Though.
37. That's a few pizzas. Like 282 is like half a drink at the movie.
Jesus Christ.
Or Sam Adams at Uno's.
Yes.
All right.
On my own check.
All right, there's a $100 gift card. How much do you guys think is left?
$37.
All right.
$10.
14.
5.
I'm gonna say 56.
Wow. Going for 56.
All right, let's put in the number.
All right.
You're really good at that. That's disheartening.
This is
So I got 2 and something on this one?
So right now, Johnny is
Yeah.
entering the number to see how much
this
is
is
in the gift card.
riveting.
It is riveting. I got some money now.
You almost, you can almost get a gallon of gas with
Would
that.
you rather talk about the Limehouse Golem?
282.
No, I'd rather talk about this.
And here it comes.
Here it comes. Oh, 3-digit security
three-digit
code.
security code.
I think it has like a 6 in it.
No, it doesn't.
It's exciting. I got my Christmas presents.
And continue. Come on, what is it?
Where are we? What's it saying? Yeah, something is wrong. You typed something in wrong.
You want some help, Johnny?
Wrong.
Nope.
This is fake.
Do you need to use the magnifying glass? To
Nope.
No? Okay.
Oh man, it's taking a while.
Wow, I don't understand what's the matter with it.
Here it comes.
Oh, here it comes.
Up.
And it's...
Oh, come on.
No.
Come on, why is this website so fucking messed
I
up?
refuse to believe that this guy is walking around with any money.
There's
He
no
could've
way there's
bought alcohol.
$100 on that.
Oh, 1896.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who was right?
You got like 21 bucks on you that you didn't even know you had.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is exciting.
It's two packs of smokes right there.
Yeah.
As he coughs. There you go, Raven.
Is that it? Is that all the gift cards
Is
that
that
are in
it?
there?
Yeah, you have any more?
Can we
Now
check?
he's gonna put them in a special place.
Can we
so-
check to see if his Blockbuster card's still active?
Yeah. I got a Barnes and Noble one.
First time Mike says on
That's a member card.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's a member card.
Yeah, that looks like that looks like right behind that. There looks like there's another gift card in there.
Oh, it's my flexible spending account.
First time Mike says, are there brass knuckles in that wallet?
Oh,
Holy
okay.
crap.
Too.
No, it's one that was like had red on it.
It's
like
his
a white and red.
It's like his Swiss Army
That's it.
wallet.
Is that a gift card?
No, well, it's my HSA flexible spending
He
account.
inherited.
Okay.
He inherited that. He inherited that money from that wallet from his family. They used to put it under him to be able to get up to the dinner table.
Wait, what?
Twin River
That
Premier
thing-
card.
No, I got
Yeah. That's exciting.
Kevin, I'm
That's
cerebral.
fine.
All right,
I
put that
gotcha.
thing, put that thing away.
Or put it somewhere.
I
safe.
have, I have
Don't
nothing that interesting in my wallet.
Don't sit on it. You'll hurt yourself.
No, it hurts my butt. Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, his wallet. Do you realize if your wallet is so big that you can't wear it the way everyone else wears it?
If your
there's a
wallet
problem.
is so big, you have to wear it like nobody else wears it. You might be a Raven Shadow. If you wear glasses but still need glasses to see through your glasses with a magnifying glass, you might be a Raven Shadow.
Oh, shit.
I got $20 though.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you
Don't
made out
spend it
pretty
all in
good.
one spot.
Yeah.
You can take me out to a nice fancy date to the wing place we're not allowed to go to anymore
Or-
because Johnny's a vegetarian.
Or
Why
spend
can't you
them
go
all
to
in
the fucking
one
wing
spot.
place?
Or spend them all in one spot and get those 2 cards the hell out of your wallet.
Yeah, those 2 cards are fucking everything up.
Well, you know, hey,
I could
it'll
sit
make
down
a
and
dent.
was- Yeah, Harvey Dent.
Telling you, Kevin, I wouldn't even go to Rocket Shock if it wasn't for you.
No?
I hate everybody. Been listening to all this hostility from these two for the last 2 days and old episodes. It's bad.
Well, plus, if you didn't know me, it wouldn't be free.
Whoa, let's go to commercial.
Actually, to
Can we
be
edit that out?
To be fair, because I don't like to bother you, I do spend a lot to get in. There's like 22 Deadites. What are we gonna do?
Why do you do that? Oh, well, yeah.
Because I don't like to bother.
Well, yeah.
I get as many in as I
You gotta put a fucking
Kevin's
cap
got
on it.
limits.
There's a limit.
Hey, fucking Parliament Funkadelic.
I had a conversation with one of your old Rocket Truck associates, and I went up. I go, "Can I buy more of these?" She goes, "You guys always want something for free." And I was like,
Can I buy?
I said, "I'm gonna buy these." She said, "Okay, thank you." It was like the weirdest conversation. Me and some stranger were like, she's like, "I'll be right back." I'm like, "I think she might shoot us."
I wonder who that was. We'll have to talk about that.
Yeah. It's like the strangest thing that ever happened. I'm like, I just want to give people money. Please stop yelling at me. Everyone here is yelling. It was one of those days where everyone's yelling at me. The crocodile was running amok in our row.
The crocodile.
Are we near the crocodile again?
Oh, the crocodile.
Oh, I don't know.
Because that guy doesn't like the cut of my jibs.
Nor does
The crocodile.
Nor does who?
the wrestler.
Yeah, that's you,
Oh,
asshole's fault.
Bob Backlund?
Bob Backlund.
No,
Bob
it's
Backlund.
Tiny's fault.
Well, if you follow the Deadites chat, just about everything is Tiny's fault.
Well, it is true.
I was at Moyni's.
Yeah.
That's because you need a fucking alibi. That's why you go.
I'll be good this year.
Hopefully Bob Backlund breaks your neck.
Wow. Thanks.
I threw that out there to anybody except Kevin. I think Wolfie could defend himself against Bob Backlund. That's just probably fine.
I could.
Yeah.
I'd take him.
Wolfie's got technical skills. Not here, but in wrestling ring. Are you allergic to Kevin?
No.
You keep rubbing your eyes.
No, I'm just laughing.
Kevin, bite him.
I'm nervous. I got peanut butter on you somehow.
No, I'm good. All right.
Creepy Girl says, if you get mistaken for a well-dressed cigarette-smoking Christ, you might be a Raven Shadow.
Hey, there you go. Thank you.
Hopefully Christ wouldn't need a prescription.
Sure.
You need a subscription.
Well, even if Christ needed glasses, he certainly wouldn't need two glasses.
Well,
Right.
He wouldn't
Yeah.
need magnifying glass and glasses.
Yeah, you don't think he would carry a magnifying glass in his wallet?
You need a monocle.
Yeah. The Jesus wallet.
His wallet's even bigger.
He doesn't.
He didn't wear pants.
He doesn't need a wallet. He just puts like a bunch of rolled up cash in his stigmatas.
Yeah. Just stick a roll of bills in the hole.
Yeah, no. That's
Oh, wait, I have exact change.
It's a money clip.
The Jesus purse.
So, other than Rocket Chalk, obviously, I'm sure that's taken up some of your time, Kevin. What else is going on? Have you done any voice acting that you can talk about?
I'm trying to think. I feel like I have, but I'm drawing a blank right now. I just did some cool stuff, and I am completely not remembering what it was. I apologize. Yes, I am doing a lot of voice work.
Yeah.
Let's sum it up.
I guess
yes, I am doing a lot of voice work.
I guess when you do so much, it's kind of hard to remember.
Yeah, I
all.
mean, honestly, it just like I do them like so many every day that it's like I just forget some of the things that I've done.
Like it was your job.
Like it was my job, exactly.
Same.
Yeah, but I mean, I did recently do some more stuff for a Batman app. Like something you get on your phone, and I don't recall the name of it.
Is it an app exclusively for Batman, or is it a?
No, anybody. It's not just Batman's app.
I need you to make me an app.
The Bat app.
Call it Flappy Bat.
Flappy Bat.
And I want you have to keep the bat in the air.
Shit, I want to make that now.
Flappy Bat.
That'd be big money.
Yes, that was for a company out of Ireland, and it's an app, and it's Batman Annihilation or something like that. I don't remember.
Batman
I did
Inebriation. It was some
something like
Ireland.
that.
Batman v Superman purse.
Batman v Superman purse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
Is it
Batman 5 Superman?
Is it Top of the Midnight, the Irish Batman game?
Carlos says, if you eat bananas by breaking them off with your fingers, you might be a Raven Shadow. Banana fingers.
If you eat potato skins for 45 minutes with a knife and fork, you might be a Raven Shadow.
With no sour cream.
Class act.
That's right.
If you order a Bud Light just so you don't cause a commotion, you might be a Raven Shadow.
Smile. Using the grape.
Aries, even me and Aries had a date the other day, and he's even starting to drink like big kid beer.
Oh,
You get with the, and we go out on like nice fancy dates with his lady friends, and she orders something respectable, and like he totally brings it to like the Grafton VFW hall style drink.
Wait, me or Aries?
You drink the worst beer, dude.
Yeah. No,
For years.
I drink all the beer. Okay.
Aries,
You drank Rolling Rock, for Christ's sake. That's
the
camel
worst.
piss.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you had more than 2?
No.
Why would he? It's bad.
Or beer in general?
He drinks Guinness.
I drink Guinness.
What?
When?
Like
Whenever
once
I
every 4 months.
No, a little bit more often than that, but I mean, I'm not like a Raven Shadow. I don't like, I don't have like not a blood alcohol content, but an alcohol blood content.
No, Raven Shadow's been doing good.
Thank you, Dynamo.
Cordy says, if your wallet has its own man purse to live in, you might be a Raven Shadow. I can't do the voice.
I'm clean. I haven't had a drink in quite a while.
Yeah.
Well, let's not go crazy. You're not clean.
My insides.
Well, let's not get crazy.
Yeah. Slow your roll there.
How long does it take for crack to leave your system?
It's kind of like the pit of Carcoon. It takes thousands of years.
Wow, that's I'll have to consult my virgin to real person dictionary here.
You know what the fucking pit of Carcoon
Pit
is,
of
you idiot.
Carcoon. I don't know. Or if I do know, I don't know how to say it and don't recognize
Sarlacc pit.
Oh, I was going to say the pit of
Why don't you just say Sarlacc?
Yeah.
It's the pit of Carcoon.
Then why do they call it the Sarlacc?
Because the
pit?
Sarlacc is in it.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Interesting.
That's the beast. Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
See?
Sammy Furst can have my spot on the Star Trek show.
Star Trek show.
I wish we did a Star Trek show. Star Trek's where it's at.
What, do you want to do a show on the new show, Star Trek Discovery?
There's a new Star Trek show?
Yeah.
I know, right?
Not the one that has
Just
the
hit last
guy from
week.
Family Guy on it?
No.
The Orville. No, it's
It's
a
Star
show
Trek Discovery.
But you can't watch it anywhere unless you subscribe to the
CBS app.
Right. Oh, I did watch Ghosted. Is that what it's called?
Oh, how was that?
I really liked it.
Has anyone here seen the new Leatherface?
No. Second.
Besides me.
No, we haven't seen it. We're going to review it soon.
Okay.
It is, I think it's only a DirecTV exclusive right now, but it's going to hit VOD in a couple weeks.
Cool.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, did you like it?
We gotta do it anyway. So
okay.
You can't fucking steer this train.
It was a good movie on its own. It was not a good movie if you want to put it in the category with the other films because it's an origin story.
Not another one.
But
I
knew
that though.
But it was a good movie as far as like the story. But I'm not really. Once you watch it, even when it's over, you're like, I don't really buy that this guy like was just kind of, ignored, and then he suddenly becomes this person at the end.
Oh, so they go the Rob Zombie route.
Kinda, but it's not even. I mean, it takes a lot to make somebody Leatherface.
Yeah, man, it's gonna get people fucking pissed because there are still people yelling like, "You explain too much about Michael Myers. You ruined my Halloween."
So yeah.
Check it out.
First time Mike has another one. If watching a movie becomes a mousetrap-like series of events just to get the movie on, you might be a Raven Shadow.
That's true. Thank you.
So maybe we should talk about this movie in a few moments. What do you guys think?
No.
No?
Treat. I liked it, and I know everybody else wouldn't.
We can make it
because you had to use your
quicker
brain
one.
pans.
Brain pans?
Yeah.
Kevin, by chance have you seen the Limehouse Golem?
I have not. I've wanted to. I love Olivia Cook.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to hear what you said about it. I probably won't be here when you're actually talking about it, but you could tell me. What you thought of it. So
we'll tell you a rocket shock.
Yeah.
Well, just log on to trickortreatradio.com or go on to YouTube and check us out there.
Have you seen Night of Something Strange?
Oh, I'm sure he has a
movie. Night of Something Strange.
Don't do it.
He hasn't put a gun to his head yet, so I don't think he has.
Do you like zombies that urinate on their victims?
Before raping them. Yeah.
Oh, yikes. Okay.
Yeah, see, I'm not as offended by the water sports as these guys are. It's the rape that I don't like.
It's just the rape.
Yeah.
A little too rapey for you.
Plural.
That's how you spread the disease.
Wow.
Is rape?
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's sex, but who's going to have sex with a zombie, right?
Well.
Mars, you put your hand up.
What zombie?
Who's been married?
This end of the table.
I think Monster Zero would be common law married.
Yeah, how long you
every
been
other
living?
state in the union.
How long you been living together, MZ?
Too long. No, 8 years.
Oh yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah.
I think it's 7, right?
Yeah. Well, I still don't buy it.
You can lose half your Transformers. Just taking half your Grimlock.
Half your grip.
You heard that joke? The guy said, "Hey, I think my wife is dead." What do you mean? I said, "Well, the sex is the same, but the dishes are piling up."
Corny says, if your wallet has all the gadgets of Pee Wee Herman's bike, but none of them work, you might be a Raven Shadow.
I'm buying Raven Shadow a new wallet.
It's not gonna.
That's the like spare wallet, and he just keeps the license and his money in the other one.
Just get him a money clip. See if he can make that work.
That son of a bitch is stretched out.
Hey, you know what? I actually have the solution in my. Well, I can't give him mine, but in my car, I bought a Wonder Wallet.
Ah.
Which have you seen those? It has 24 cards in it.
Really?
And you can still fit it in your pocket because it goes flat. I don't know how it does it, but some way that they've amazingly done it.
Is it?
I'll
is
try
it
that.
kind of like these keys, like that kind of deal?
It's kind of like that. They just the way it's designed. You can sit down. And it doesn't like have a big chunk sitting out of your back pocket.
Wow.
And
So 24 cards.
24 cards.
Wow, Raven Shadow, you could get 3 of those.
Yeah.
He'll put an elastic around.
Let me go to my third Wonder Wallet. Let me consult that.
I still need.
How can I have more wallets than pockets? I don't get this.
I'm gonna look up the Wonder Wallet. And see.
It's a Wonder Wallet.
Yeah.
The Wonder Wallet. There it is.
I would have to have.
It's the one with the album view thing. There you go.
I
It's
would
one
have
of
to have
those.
2 to transport
Walgreens.
my card collection so that I can play solitaire. I
like that.
I need 52.
Hang on, officer. Let's say CVS card, Walgreens card, Stop and Shop card, Shaw's card, Price Chopper card, astronaut application form, Best Buy points card, Suncoast Motion Picture Company membership card, Blockbuster Video Vault. Let's see. Hang on. I'm gonna find. Let's see. Radio Shack points
Radio
card.
Shack.
Yeah.
Marijuana card. Sorry.
Millbury High lunch card.
Yes.
Look how thin that
paid
is,
for
Raven.
lunch.
Look how thin that is, Raven Shadow.
That's nice. That's what fucking Nick Fury has. That's fucking
Look at all these
classy.
cards that fit in there too.
Well, I don't have any
Yeah.
credit cards. I got rid of those.
You gotta get.
cards.
You gotta get a Wonder Wallet.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
the stupidest thing that you can keep
Yeah.
in 2016 is unless it's somebody that like you really like, you want to pass on that card, right? And even then, anytime anybody asks me for like voice acting stuff, I just say, Google Kevin Barbare. He's your man. Pay that guy.
No.
Those cards they're not a real thing anymore.
Oh, it's nice
They're,
though.
they're not a thing that people use.
People use cards. Business cards?
Corny says Raven Shadow's gonna put that Wonder Wallet in his wallet.
Hey, look what I just found! A Wonder Wallet.
I can't believe your wallet has created more content than like.
Seriously, you're welcome. Yeah, best of. The best of wallets. See?
Oh shit!
You gotta have a picture of me in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
do you? You have a picture of Mars?
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's in there.
It's in there.
Like
pictures
finding a
of-
needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I wonder if anybody.
You guys take great pictures when you're sleeping.
You could go on. Remember when on Let's Make a Deal, the guy used to say, "I'll give $5 to anybody who has a blank in their possession right now," and you could pretty much. That's why there's so many women in the audience.
Oh yeah.
I have a paperclip that's shaped like a triangle. I mean, everybody had something that matched whatever he said. That was funny to me.
I have a fetus. I just haven't dropped it off yet.
I'll give you $5 if you have a fetus in your pocketbook.
Meanwhile, she's dressed like a tree.
Kevin may not have a fetus, but he was in fetus.
True.
Yes, it was. Oh, look at that. Wait, weren't you in fetus too, Monster Zero?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Were you?
I think that was the oddest segue
You
ever.
weren't in fetus, were you?
Yeah, he
I've
was.
watched that movie like 100
was.
times. I don't remember you at all.
We always,
in it.
it's in his intro.
He was the fetus.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, no fetus. Sorry, I was thinking of Bone Sickness, which you're
No,
awesome.
I wasn't in. He was. I
Yeah.
wasn't.
Yes.
I love that movie.
Bone
And-
sickness?
Yep.
Kevin, speaking of acting, have you done any acting lately?
I have actually. I just filmed the first episode of I don't know how much I'm allowed to say about this.
Ooh, okay. You
Of
can-
a, well, I could. It's a sort of in the style of like The Office, Parks and Recreation, or it's like that
yeah,
documentary
like a office
style.
documentary,
Yeah, breaking the third wall, fourth
Yeah,
wall.
yeah.
It's a fifth wall. Which wall? One of those walls that takes place in an office that's taken over by a guy who kind of inherits it, and he's a dick, and everybody's having to deal with him. And I can't really tell you much about it.
I think we got. I think he got promoted at us though. So.
What?
Some of the early social media, I think, might have got.
Oh
sent to
yeah.
us, I know the people who do it, right?
Yes, yes, you do.
I've killed more than one.
Yes.
I've killed more than one of their films.
It's produced by Roman Media, who did the the Millwood movie that I had a small part in. The psychological.
That's right. Okay.
Thriller.
Well, when there's more information and we can talk more freely, we'll definitely we'll mention it or have you back on and talk about it because that sounds pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Well, I'm sure we'll catch up with you.
I gotta
again
go with
soon.
you because everybody's mad at me.
You have to go with me because everybody's mad at you?
Yep, everybody's gonna give me the hi hat.
What are you talking about?
I know. Trust me. Trust me.
What?
This is
I don't even
one
know
of
what you're talking about.
This is like one of those horror movie moments where they're gonna pretend they don't know, but as soon as you leave, they're gonna kill me. Take me with you.
He's lying.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
I don't know either.
I'm not.
You
I'm not
finally
safe here.
you're finally mental.
Not
You finally
safe.
reached that end of the line, dude. You are finally mental.
I'm
We have
not-
no idea what you're talking
I'm
about.
not
Totally
safe here,
mental.
Kevin.
You what?
I'm not safe here, Kevin. Take me.
Total Eclipso over here.
You'll be fine. I'm gonna bring him home.
Hey, you know, I have a.
Look at that fucking lighter. Does that seem safe to you?
Oh my gosh. It's as big as his wallet. Nice.
Could knock you out with this fucking thing.
I'd rather you didn't.
He lives like Pee Wee Herman. Everything is oversized, you know.
Big guy, you know I'm tall.
He goes home. He has a giant knife and fork when he eats his food.
It's such a pathetic fucking flame.
I know, right?
For such a huge lighter.
I'm gonna slowly set you on fire with my
Look at this
giant
fucking
lighter.
thing. It's like as big as my hand.
Yeah, I can't
That's
lose it.
pathetic. Ozzy and Lita wouldn't sing shit to that thing. If you let that up.
Yeah, look at that. It's so pathetic.
It's running low.
Wow, and it's up all the way too.
Well, it's running low.
Let me turn it down.
Oh, it looks like it's time to go to Spencer Gifts again.
Look at that thing.
That was a gift.
Look at that flame.
That was a gift.
I can get a candy thong and that.
The blue flame burns the hottest.
Yeah.
The hardest?
I'll take a.
Do you actually light cigarettes with that thing?
Yeah, watch me.
All right,
do it right now.
Limehouse Golem treat. Let's do the voicemails.
Let me grab a giant lighter, a candy thong, and a cane with a horn on it that says "Over the Hill." That's Spencer.
That's how I potty.
No.
Real rocket show.
Now I'll give you $100 if anybody has an oversized lighter.
Why, I do.
And on that note, I think we're going to take a quick break. We'll say goodbye to Kevin.
Goodbye.
And then we'll kind of come back and talk about Limehouse Golem for a little bit. We'll have to cut it short. But Kevin, thank you so much for coming in.
You're
studio.
welcome.
It's always a pleasure having you on. And anyone out there within driving distance, or if you're not within driving distance, book your fucking flight right now. Come to Rock and Shock, October 13th, 14th, 15th.
People.
If we're not cool enough to bring you here, then
wow.
Kevin is. All right, you guys need to hang out with Kevin because he is the fucking man, and he's
You guys can do what I do at Rock and Chuck, follow him around to try to ask him a question.
I know. I am always run. I'm not going to run that much this week.
I'm sorry. Please pay I love you. Please stop.
I can't talk right now. Just
I'm
kidding.
too old. There's an alligator loose in our booth.
I want you inside me.
Whoa!
What?
Whoa. On that note, I think we're going to take a break. So, everyone say goodbye to Kevin.
We all want to see where this goes.
At least he's not going to put his wallet inside here.
That would be
That would be worse.
That would be way worse.
Squeal like a pig.
Yeah, be like Oz outtakes.
All right, Kevin. We'll see you at Rock and Chalk. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Thanks.
The following message is a paid advertisement for the Cult of Muscle podcast. The Cult of Muscle. You're either in it or you're dead.
It's the dawning of a new age. The halls of Valhalla have been shuttered. The heroes of yore have either retreated to the shadows or taken to capering for the amusement of the small folk. Their past glories a distant memory. The barbells have been torn from their once puma-strong grips. The beards shorn from their square jaws, only to be transplanted onto flannel-clad, puny weaklings with fingers barely powerful enough to strum a ukulele. The time has come, my brothers, to restore order from the chaos. No longer will our heroes be forgotten. No longer will their great deeds be viewed through a foggy lens of irony. Hear now our rallying cry as we scream it from the mountaintops, as we bellow it from iTunes and Libsyn and Facebook. It's time to join the cult, my brothers. So don your cloaks and enter the Cult of Muscle.
I'm Mike Allred. For the gidgiest listening experience, you gotta check out Trick or Treat Radio.
Oh, delicious nerds. Ms. M knows you like to chat it up with other sexy shut-ins about comics, movies, video games, and your favorite TV shows. If that sounds like you, cuddle up to the Trick or Treat Radio Facebook group, or the FIB. That stands for Fan Interaction Board. Just go to Facebook and search for Trick or Treat Radio and have more fun than a Jedi at a lightsaber sale. Not enough? Watch us on YouTube, the Deadites TV, all one word. Last but not least, check out the world's most dangerous talk radio show, Trick or Treat Radio, at trickortreatradio.com.
Hello, this is the Sasquatch, aka Bigfoot, but you can just call me Frank. And when I'm not stomping around the woods throwing rocks at hunters, I like to listen to the Paranormal Punchers podcast. That's right, Paranormal Punchers. They talk about all things paranormal, and they're hilarious. Go find them on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play, and paranormalpunches.com.
We're back at Trick or Treat Radio. We did things completely in reverse this week.
Yeah.
We didn't even do intros. Maybe we'll wait till the end to do intros. So that was awesome. So let you guys know, since everything just happened so fast, we had booked Kevin prior. We knew that he was going to be here, and then we tried to get Sam Furst for later in the month. But Sam was going to be busy, and we wanted to get him on to talk about his upcoming events in October. So we wanted to do that. And then our buddy Tim from Korea, he typically gets like 1 or 2 weeks of vacation off, every year. And this was happened to be one of the weeks. And we just had so much going on. I was just like, you know what, let's just get him on for a little bit, catch up with Tim. So it didn't really, it just went boom, boom, boom. We had 3 interviews right away, and now we're finally getting to the film review. So I'll get into the Limehouse Golem, and then we'll talk about it briefly. It's going to be an abbreviated review, so I apologize if any of you guys were super excited to hear this review, but we'll still talk about it. We'll get our thoughts out there. All right, the Limehouse Golem. This film is not rated. It is an hour and 49 minutes, and it is a horror thriller. And it is directed by Juan Carlos Medina, and is written based on a novel by Peter Ackroyd, and the screenplay was written by Jane Goldman.
Mm-hmm.
And it stars Olivia Cooke, Bill Nighy, Eddie Marsan, Douglas Booth, Maria Valverde, Sam Reed, Daniel Mays, Peter Sullivan.
Mm-hmm.
Synopsis: a series of murders has shaken the community to the point where people believe that only a legendary creature from dark times, the mythical so-called golem, must be responsible. So this is obviously a period piece. This is before Jack the Ripper. The tagline on the poster says, "Before the Ripper, fear had another name."
Yeah.
So
Okay.
with this, and Bill Nighy, I believe that's how you say his name.
That's how you say his name, Bill Nighy.
And Bill Nighy has been in quite a bit. He
Man. You want to talk about a guy who is like at the forefront of contemporary British cinema. This is the guy who is it. This guy is in just about everything. Virtually everything. I don't know how many credits he has. I don't know. You got it up. What is
137.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and, just to name a few, he was in Hot Fuzz, right?
Right.
He was in some of the Harry Potter flicks.
He was in The World's End.
Yep.
As well as Shaun of the Dead. I know we're going down that Simon Pegg, Nick Frost territory, but that's where I know him best, and I think that's where a lot of people know him best. Pirates of the Caribbean films.
Yeah, he played Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. He was that Cthulhu-like character.
Yeah. And he's done a host of other stuff. I mean, he's done a lot of voice work as well. He was in I, Frankenstein. So, I mean, it goes on and on. He was in the Underworld movies as well, which were, fairly well known here in the States. So this dude, you've seen him in everything. And apparently he turned down the role of Doctor Who,
That's true.
Which is pretty crazy.
Yep.
You don't hear that very often, right?
No.
So, the Limehouse Golem. Now, this flick... first of all, I want to talk a little bit about the writer, Jane Goldman. Are you guys familiar with Jane Goldman?
I went to high school with her.
No, you didn't.
No.
Well, anyways, she is a pretty prolific writer of films, especially of comic book-esque films. She wrote Kick-Ass, she wrote the Kingsman films, and she wrote X-Men First Class and Days of Future Past.
They just released another Kingsman film, didn't they?
Yeah. She wrote it.
Yeah.
And obviously she did the Limehouse Golem as well. She's done a bunch of other things, but those are really the genre films that she had done. And let's see, I thought there were some others that she did.
Is that her picture?
Right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like her.
Why?
Well,
like her hair?
Yeah.
She's got pretty hair?
That's awesome. That's awesome hair.
Like her hair there?
That hair too.
Girl's got style. I like that.
And she apparently is going to be writing Kingsman 3, which has just been announced, I guess.
Yeah, I never read that comic.
And she did The Woman in Black, MZ.
Oh, yes.
That's right.
I love The Woman in Black. Great flick.
And Stardust, which is also a Neil Gaiman adaptation.
Yes.
So she's definitely kind of in that comic wheelhouse, right?
Yeah, we should get her on the show.
I think she's a little too big for the show. No offense to us. And but by the way, before we go further, MZ, people in the chat room have been asking about your shirt. You want to explain your shirt?
No, we got a show to do. All right. Got Turkish Van. Turkish Van is a kind of cat, and a few months ago, while I was up in Maine, we came across a little kitty with a little leaf on his head, her head actually, and we took her home, and we found her, and I named her S'mores. She's my kitty.
Probably stole her. What if someone owned her?
Yeah. No one owned her.
You sure?
We looked around. We looked around. There was nobody around.
He just looked left and looked right. Oh, I guess nobody owns her.
Anyone own a cat?
No, there was no other. It was meowing and everything, and so we picked her up and we took her with us and we brought her home with us, and she lives with us now.
Man-child is crying.
And
yeah, you fucking broke a child's heart.
Who cares? He'll get over it. And I named her S'mores, and but the markings and the personality she
acts like a s'mores.
Is as of a Turkish van, and if you look up Turkish van on YouTube, you'll see that. So that's what this shirt means. It's got Turkish vans. It's a kitty.
Did you have the shirt first, or did you buy it afterwards?
Afterwards. It was. What, you think I had this for like
bandwagon
3
jumper?
What, you think I had this for like 3 years? I didn't even know Turkish vans existed before.
Dude, everyone knows Turkish vans exist.
Shut up! You don't even know how to.
Raven Shadow thought it was marijuana.
That was a weird fucking like a mystery machine. Like it was like a tricked out, 70s van with a picture of like Thor on the side.
Jesse G is hanging out in the chat room, and he says somebody's crying in Maine.
Thank you, Jesse G. He's from California. He knows. He's not from California. Where's he from?
He's from here.
Yeah, he's from New England.
Man. And Drive Jacket Mark says, imagine if MZ found a child.
Yeah. Imagine.
I throw it in the lake.
That's nice.
Like Frankenstein did.
Probably show him Hostel 3 or whatever the fuck you show that kid.
Hustle 2.
First of all, he's 18 years old now.
Now?
Yeah, now.
11 years ago he wasn't.
Yeah, so.
What are you, fucking Roman Polanski? No, she's 37 now. Yeah, she was 10 then, asshole. What the fuck? He's a bad person, I'm just saying.
But he's a great director.
Perfect. Yeah,
Let's continue with
Jesse G says, I live down the street.
Thanks, boo.
All right, so.
Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for being in the United States. Okay, go ahead.
Can I continue?
I'm waiting on you, man.
I don't know. Can you?
No. All right, so this flick. Why don't we jump into it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we talked about the writer and the director. This is his second flick, I believe.
Yeah, Funky Juan Medina.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah, second time director. So we have here kind of an interesting narrative that starts, right? We have sort of this, we have like a narrator almost at first. It seems like. I thought we were going with that. But then as we go along, we get kind of a non-linear style of storytelling where we have a lot of flashbacks. And I think that can be a very slippery slope.
Yes.
For some movies. But I think this movie really kind of nailed it.
It kind of reminded me a little bit of, I mean, it's a completely different flick, but like in Bronson.
Yep.
It kind of had that carnival.
Yeah, I could see that
narration a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not different flick, totally. But just when Bronson was doing that.
No, I thought the pacing between the flashbacks and what was going on in real time in current time, in which the current time is what takes up the less amount of film space. Most of the story is told in flashback. And I thought they evened it out really, really nicely. I thought they evened it out very evenly, too. I mean, sometimes you get too much in the beginning, sometimes too much in the middle or the end. I think they spaced it out pretty nicely here, and I thought they did a very good job on this. I also think that the editing for this movie was very, very good.
Yeah.
I was highly impressed with the editing in this movie.
There's a few people in the chat room wondering where Mars went. I think he must be talking to Kevin outside because I think he had some Deadites business that he wanted to talk to him about. So I think he's talking to Kevin outside. He'll be back. His phone's here, so he won't go too far. But yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, technically, this movie is really well executed. It's difficult. Now, obviously, if you think about the screenwriter, I think it's important. That's why I wanted to mention her, because whether or not you like the X-Men films, I think that she did deal with non-linear storylines, or at least being out of time, so to speak, with Days of Future Past.
Right.
And, so I think that can be tough to really nail down. And I think that having some experience with a non-linear style of storytelling certainly helped And I think that this is a really tight script. Like, I think the performances are really well executed. I especially like Olivia Cook and the guy who played Dan Leno. What was his name?
Douglas Booth.
Douglas Booth. I thought he was awesome in this.
Yeah, I thought Douglas Booth was fantastic in this. I thought Olivia Cook was
Nighy.
really... Bill Nighy was awesome, as he always is, but I can't help but think that somehow I think he was the second choice. Because I think Alan Rickman would have been superior in this movie.
You know what? I think you're actually right about that. I think
really?
Rickman was.
And then he passed away, and they went to Bill Nighy. And
really, what made you think that?
I just feel like this because I don't know if it has something to do with what I watched this morning, because I watched Sweeney Todd.
Wait, how do you know? Because that's actually true.
What?
That it was supposed to be Alan Rickman.
It was.
Yeah.
It was just a feeling I had, because I watched.
Jesus Christ.
I watched Sweeney Todd this morning. It was on cable this morning, and I watched it, and I haven't watched it in a little bit, and I think it's a fantastic flick. And Rickman, of course, is awesome, as he always is, in everything he did. And watching him in that scenario, in that setting, really, it was kind of.
Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber Fleet.
Barber Fleet. And I don't know, for some reason it just correlated in my mind that's interesting, because I saw because I watched this and I watched Todd this morning. I'm thinking Alan Rickman would have been perfect for the role of the Kildare.
On April 17th, 2015, it was announced that Alan Rickman, Olivia Cook, and Douglas Booth had been cast in leading roles for the film, and Rickman later left the project due to his declining health after he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. So he was supposed to play that character.
Yeah, I think he would have been superior in that role.
Kildare, yeah.
But Nighy is an excellent second
Sorry
choice.
his cancer ruined your day.
Well, you know how it is.
Yeah, he does. It's a thing.
He does, actually.
He really does.
He does
and
know.
It's not really funny.
Hey,
but
I wasn't making a joke. I said, you know how he is. Yeah. Yeah. Well.
I think my favorite scene in this, from the beginning, there's a crime scene, right? There's a crime scene, and I like.
Which one? Okay, well, go ahead. I'm wondering which one.
Is that given away when
Eyes?
Well, no. When the inspector comes in, he's getting the kind of situation report from the Bobbies, and I like how, I'm not sure what year this is set in.
Like around 1880,
but how
1881.
Everyone's walking around the crime scene, like the neighborhood people are coming in to like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's like a show.
The reporters and stuff. Yeah.
And it's like kind of contaminates things a little bit when you have folks walking.
Well, they really didn't have DNA forensics back then,
But you know what I mean? It's kind of funny. Like it just, you can't do that nowadays.
One thing I did like was I like when he was reading. So Bill Nighy's character of Kildare, when he was reading the journal. So he found a book that ended up being kind of a journal in the library, right? Mm-hmm. And it had so whoever the killer was had kind of scrawled all the stuff in it, and those flashback scenes. I thought that was really well done, the way that they did that when he was reading the passages while they had kind of the suspects reading it along with him as they were acting out what was going on. I thought that was pretty interesting. But no, I mean, it's a cool film. I mean, it's really well executed, some great performances, and I especially like Olivia Cook is also very good in this, and especially with the scenes that she is on stage. Like I thought those are really
very well done.
Yeah, really cool.
Very
like
well done.
all the theater scenes I thought were amazing.
Oh my God! Let me tell you, and I'll go back to Todd here. Not since Sweeney Todd have I felt like I was actually transported to the 1800s London.
You thought that in Sweeney? I forget I wasn't here.
Or whenever Todd took place. Who cares?
But that shit looked fake. That looked like when Star Trek went to that era.
I enjoyed how the production design on Sweeney Todd. I really
looked awesome.
I
but
thought it
didn't
looked
look real.
fantastic.
It's like when Marty McFly went to the future. I really felt like I was like outside of Jaws 24 or whatever the fuck.
God. All right. Well, anyway, that's how I feel like when I watched this movie, because especially in the theater, because the amber colors, it feels very, very warm and inviting in there. It's very, very. It almost has like a cozy feeling to it, like a warm blanket, and it just looks so good. The way it was lit. You got the ambers and the yellows and the browns and everything like that, just filling up with the lights and everything. It just looks so good, but it's not. But the colors here are not saturated like they are in Todd. I feel, I think that the colors here are done here are very, very well made.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that a lot about this film is really kind of transportive, where it brings you to that time. Like. It felt very true to the time.
It did.
Obviously, we didn't live through that time, but I felt like I was transported to it, and if everything around it felt very believable.
Yeah, you see the fog here that's going through in the scene, and it just feels very organic. It doesn't feel like it's done with any fog machines or anything like that, like an overabundance of fog in a certain area. It just feels very evened out, very natural, and I always like that.
Like that John Carpenter film.
Yes.
Exactly.
Christine.
Yes. Christine. Look at all that mist.
Christine 16. Cecil says this movie was exactly what I was looking for when I saw the trailer. If a person is into old school murder mysteries, and there are far worse, it's solid. Director of photography and the production designer are from Peaky Blinders. And he says, yeah, it had an authentic quality visually.
I mean, look at this.
Yeah, this is we're looking at another theater.
Gorgeous.
Scene. Yeah, I love the theater scenes.
It's gorgeous, and look at this guy with the blue beard. I mean, that's just
and even the makeup that they used in these scenes, I thought was just really, really well executed.
And the costumes, it just looks so good. It's
Saying is in the chat somewhere.
I don't believe it.
No, he's texting me. He says, "Not bad live show. Hope you see my comment on YouTube's."
Oh, I'll look at YouTube.
Yeah.
Who's saying this?
Sing soon.
Oh, hey.
Sing soon. How'd that song go? His intro?
He's a movie dragon and I want you to know he's a really big fan of the show. He's gonna watch movies and let you know that he hates Raven Shadow because he thinks he's a hoe. He sing, sang, bing, bang, sing, sang soon.
All right, let's see if... Oh, shit, there's a whole fucking conversation going on.
Jesus Christ.
He says, hey, Maz. Is this live and you still the same? LOL. GG. Bye, Kevin. You were something like a guy from the 70s show. Or the Beatles member.
What does that mean?
I
think he means Kevin is John Lennon's penis.
Yes.
And Dame's Book Nook, who is Leanna, who called last week, says, can't find chat on your website, guys. Sigh. Aw. You know what? It depends... If you're listening, Leanna, it depends on some browsers. It may not work, but if you go to trickortreatradio.com and then click Watch Live, and it'll bring you there. And right next to the video on the right-hand side, there should be a chat room. If you're not seeing the chat room, if you have the ability to try a different browser, please try another browser, because it could be, especially if you have. I don't know if it should work with AdBlock, because I have AdBlock on and I still could see the chat. But that could be why. And Leanna says, oh my God, Bill Nye. And Sang says, Mars, you fail us. He says, I picked dead.
Oh, Jesus.
And Leanna says, I'm definitely listening. Awesome, Leanna. Well, I'll keep the chat open here. If you're not able to get in the chat room, I'll keep the chat on YouTube open. So, because I wanna hear from everyone. All right. Courtney says, why is MZ explaining everything like he's Bob Ross?
Yes.
Which I think is funny because his hair used to look like Bob Ross.
Yeah, that's right.
And Cecil says, you can tell who's really pod people by their stance on Mother. I still haven't seen it. Mars thinks we're pod people, apparently.
Not all of you.
What?
Not all of you, meaning not you, but us.
Well, we are podcasters, Mars. So
I know you're not a pod person.
No.
No, you're not. I know you're not.
No.
You're real.
Yeah.
You'd need 2 pods.
Raven Shadow needs 2 pods, one for him and one for his wallet.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a new one.
Why don't you just get a green Tupperware container?
Be waterproof. Keep my lunch in there and my wallet.
Your lunch and your wallet.
I'm bringing that to Rock and Shock.
That's cross-contamination right there.
All right, let's get back to this movie.
Jesse G says MZ described this movie as if he was at a wine tasting.
Yep. Stir and spit.
All right, so I want to.
That's your biography. or the story of. It comes from the chapter about how you were born.
Turn your head and spit me out.
All right, let's start wrapping this up just because it's getting late. I know we haven't talked about it. Mars, you haven't really said much because you were outside, I think. But
I liked it.
All right.
But I didn't love it.
Not really.
One of my favorite actors is in it.
Bill Nye?
No, I always have a hard time saying his last name here. It's a very simple last name, but yeah. Marson, I think is how you say it. It's Eddie Marson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He was the uncle.
The uncle.
He was in World's End, and he's also a great character.
Yeah.
On the Showtime show with Liv Schreiber, whose name is escaping me right now.
Donovan.
Ray Donovan.
Yep.
And he was also a Hobbit.
Ooh.
Or a
Yeah,
dwarf.
there he is.
Yeah, he's great. I recently saw him in something else, too, that he was awesome. Let me see this for a second.
So it looks like Leanna's still having issues. Says, yeah, still not working. That sucks.
Click on the Facebook link.
He's in Sherlock Holmes all the time. The Sherlock Holmes films.
Raven Shadow, I think she's in the site. She just doesn't see the chat. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because it sometimes doesn't show up for certain people. And we've had good luck with it, but yeah, I'll try to figure it out for you, Leanna. I'll see if I can look into it. Leanna says wine tasting and stealing cats. My God, the man's a Hammer and Bond villain in one.
Oh my God. Now the only thing that I feel that this movie suffers from is I feel that the plot becomes a little bit too predictable in terms of the way the mystery is revealed, and I just feel like I've seen that a few too many times to kind of know.
So you
how
saw
this
the
is gonna
kind of the telltale signs.
Yeah. You see certain things in it, and it reminds you of other movies that carry the same ideas. And it played itself out kind of like that, But overall, I mean, this is a solid flick. I mean, if you weren't, just take this movie on its own merits, what you got here is a pretty solid flick.
Yeah. Oh, Uncle's taking off his shirt now.
Yeah, look at all inked up.
Look at the tattoos on this dude, huh?
I'm going to take this movie on the merits of another film. What do you think of that?
Sure.
I'm going to put this film directly against Fried Green Tomatoes.
What?
Because the lime green golem.
Right.
And fried green tomatoes.
All right. Is there anything else that we have yet to discuss before we head to
The score was top notch too.
Oh, the score was good. Yeah,
the score was real good.
I think everything is technically pretty much flawless in this. I'm not gonna say it's. I wouldn't say it's masterfully done. It's not like someone at the complete top of their game. I think this director does have room for improvement, but I think that everything that it's just done as well as it could be, I guess. There's so many little details that were followed up on, and I just think it was really well executed. And like you said, MZ, I guess if you could see some telltale signs. Did you guys know, without giving it away? Did any of you guys know, pick who the killer was?
I knew a scene before.
Okay.
During what I don't know how to. I can't. There's no way to get close to it, but
yeah. We won't spoil it. But did anyone else, MZ, Raven Shadow, did you guys?
Well, yeah, I'm the one who brought it up.
Oh, for there.
Well, I mean, I guess did you know early?
Not early.
No. I kind of figured it out maybe about halfway through.
Okay. Well, at least you didn't figure it out in the first few minutes.
No.
So, well, we'll kind of end it there because I don't want to get too close to spoiler territory. But I think that we've talked enough about this. So let's go to a verdict.
Trick or treat, baby.
I wonder if people would say you're a trick or a treat.
We're not playing this song at the rock show. I hope you're all disappointed.
All right, verdict time. We're going to let you know whether this flick was a trick or a treat. Any final thoughts we may have. Let's kick it off with Monsieur Raven Shadow.
I watched this film late at night and I was very tired.
Did you really, though?
I really was really, really tired.
Because you didn't say anything.
I did said thing. I said I like the crime scene. I like how they ran amok with that. I said it reminded me of Bronson a little bit with the thing with the carnival. That.
Charles Bronson?
No, it wasn't. I tried the narration, the nonlinear narration of the dude that looks kind of like Freddie Mercury.
Mm-hmm.
Reminded me of how Bronson would do his he's kind of like Barker carnival stuff.
Yeah.
So I said that. A little dull for me. I was tired.
You can't watch movies so late.
I know. I've been getting the house ready. I've been painting. I was at the store.
You were painting?
I was painting.
Holy shit!
I'm gonna have guests now too.
Yeah, I got 2 rooms. I got a new futon.
All the ladies are staying at my house.
That sucks. Can I?
Nope.
Slagoth needs company.
Well, you can be his company.
No, I'm in a different room.
Hey, Chateau Raven Shadow's
Don't
gonna
be
be fucking
amazing
hopping.
if you were knocking boots and you woke up and Slagoth was just sitting Indian style at the end of your bed, smoking a bowl.
And Murph is filming it.
Hey, I came up from Florida.
I'm gonna hug the shit out of both those guys.
And then MZ is just in bed with you.
That sucks. No,
it sucks.
I'll go back on the
Don't
couch.
involve me in your perverted stories.
Why? It would be like one beautiful lady, one crazy
it's
Italian, one leg of ham.
It's the closest you'd get.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but that doesn't mean I want it.
I haven't even told you who I think is staying at my house yet, Wolfie.
No?
Tell ya.
Who?
It's someone I dated at one point.
Okay.
Tiny?
He lives down the road.
Tiny's got his own house. Thank you very much. She still has dreadlocks.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty fun.
Oh, I know that person.
Cecil says it's probably good this is short because everything is connected to the ending.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
Detail for days. And then he also says, is Raven Shadow into old school murder mysteries in general? Agatha Christie style?
Like Hercule Poirot? Huh?
You're not into fucking murder mysteries.
Murder on the Orient Express, dude. Come on.
I don't take trains.
One of the all-time greats.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
All right, Corny's heading out. He says, good night, y'all. Hope everyone has a good weekend.
Night,
Thanks, Corny. Enjoy Blade Runner 2049. Let us know what you think, man.
I'm gonna be so sad Corny's not coming to see me in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
He needs to come now, though.
That's whole for here.
Certain, yeah. Oh, whoa, yeah.
He needs to come now? Is that what you said?
Yeah, well.
Limehouse Golem.
All right, Raven Shadow, did you give a verdict?
Tepid treat.
All right, MZ.
Everything about this movie was pretty solid. It was
pretty solid.
Yeah, it was a great flick, man. It's a story you got to stick with. You got to pay attention to what's going on, man. And and on a technical level, fantastic on just about every level possible. Superb. And this is a very, very solid treat.
All right, Marsman.
Treat.
I knew it. And for me, yeah, also a treat. This was really well executed, a good script, good performances. And if you're into this sort of thing, I think you'll dig it. I don't think there's enough of this type of film. Well, I shouldn't say there's not enough, but there hasn't been a lot of these. So I think it definitely kind of fills a void that, there's not a whole lot of these films anymore, it seems like anyways. And it's cool to see. It seems like this film with Alan Rickman, I feel like this would have been in theaters. Now I don't know why this feels like a film that should have been in theaters, right?
I think so. It has that
like a wide release. Anyways.
Yeah, no, I agree. There's definitely that feeling
air
that
to
this,
it.
Yeah, the feeling to it that there should have been a theatrical release, and I think if Rickman was alive and did this,
right.
it would have definitely gotten a theatrical release.
Don't get me wrong, Bill Nighy is a great actor, but Rickman was on kind of another level as far as fame goes, and I think he can sell a movie more than Bill Nighy,
especially if he was with Turner Overdrive as well.
In this country, anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
so
he is British, though. He probably could have done pretty good in England.
But what he's saying is Bill Nighy has been in a lot of American films, but he's predominantly a British actor.
I meant Alan Rickman.
Whereas Rickman has done a lot of American films, even though he's not, from
He
this
never
country.
headlined one, though. He never had a starring vehicle.
Well, he always was sort of like, the antagonist
Supporting.
or supporting.
Yeah.
The best part, typically, almost.
Right, yeah. I mean, if you look back at, Die Hard and Harry Potter,
Yeah,
and,
baby.
Oh, yeah. No, totally.
He was in a lot of movies every day.
Or
He was
Dogma.
in a lot of
yeah.
Fucking
movies.
awesome in Dogma.
He was great.
Every way.
The Angel
he
in
was
Dogma,
in
yeah.
a lot of movies.
First time Mike says it probably was released in theaters in the UK, and he could very well be right.
Yeah.
I bet you the Deadites sucks, all right?
And Drive Jacket Mark says, looking at that shirt, Raven is into the Phantom.
There you go, man. Slam evil, brother. Billy Zane all day.
All right, so this, I'm gonna go with a trick. Whoa.
Which is the good one?
I was looking at our logo. That's a treat for sure. For sure. This is a really well made movie, and if you guys are into this sort of thing, I definitely recommend it. It's on VOD, and you should check it out. All right, next week we're gonna jump the gun. We're gonna be ahead of the curve on this one. This is a film that's been getting tons of rave reviews from early screenings and festivals, and we actually reviewed the director's one of his other films. And let me just get. I think I know his name. I just want to make sure I get it right. So it is, yes. Tyler McIntyre is the director's name, and he did Patchwork. You guys remember Patchwork?
Yes.
Well, anyways, he has another movie that's going to be coming out soon. And his fucking page won't load up on IMDb. But the name of the movie is Tragedy Girls. And it just screened at the Philadelphia Unnamed Film Festival, which we unfortunately weren't able to attend. But it also is playing this weekend in Salem, Massachusetts for the Faculty of Horror weekend. So the ladies from the Faculty of Horror will be hosting this double feature, and it's going to have, like I said, Tragedy Girls will be playing with one of the Friday the 13th flicks. So we are going to be able to check it out, and we're going to talk about it next week. And I believe it comes out in select theaters on October 20th. But this film has been getting a lot of buzz, and it stars, I have to look up her name because I don't remember, but she was in Deadpool. It is Brianna Hildebrand. And I don't know why my internet's going so slow. And she played Negasonic Teenage Warhead, Raven Shadow.
Oh, nice. Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
So she
I
is.
like her.
She's in Tragedy Girls, and this has been getting a lot of buzz. So I'm glad we're going to get a chance to check it out, and we're going to review it next week. And it comes out, like I said, select theaters October 20th. I don't know if it's going to be a simultaneous VOD release or not, but we'll try to get that info for you guys and let you know. But Tragedy Girls, we're going to check it out next week. And then also next week, I believe, I don't have full confirmation, but let's just say it anyways. But we should be joined next week by Sean Lewis from Rotten Cotton and from our boy over at Ebon Press. Nice. And he's got an awesome line of VHS comics coming out. And so we're going to catch up with Sean and find out some more about what's going on in his neck of the woods with the Maniac comic. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Looks fucking amazing.
Yeah, looks pretty crazy.
So can't wait to talk to Sean and to find out more about what he's got going on and to also review Tragedy Girls. And we'll be getting ready for Rock and Shock. So It's coming up in a week and a half.
Yeah.
So is next week the penultimate episode?
No.
Before Rock and Shock?
Do you know what penultimate means?
It's the one before
the last.
But I feel it kind of works.
We ended the show next week?
No, but like it's like the last time we talk about Rock and Shock before we go to Rock and Shock.
Yeah, but it's not. That doesn't work. Penultimate's the one before the last one.
No.
If we're ending the show, the one before that is the penultimate.
What's the penultimate discussion about Rock and Shock?
Maybe. But we're going to talk about Rock and Shock after because we have a guest lined up for the week after.
That's the Rock and Recap.
Someone who will be at Rock and Shock.
No. Don't we have another guest in studio next week, or am I looking at my calendar wrong?
It's a secret.
No. Is that confirmed?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know it was confirmed. Why don't you say it then?
I don't want to say it.
If you say the first part, I'll say the second. Okay. Give her an intro, and I'll
say it. Coming next week, somebody who's going to be performing on stage with us as a member of the Deadites.
Yeah.
Nikki Luparelli.
You got it.
And you'll have and she will be
in
studio here, and she'll be revealing her Deadites name, and she'll be joined by my future ex-wife, Donna Matrix.
We're gonna
wait in studio.
Yeah. We're gonna the sexy quotient is gonna be like
through the roof,
200% more than it is right now.
You didn't know she was performing with us?
I did that. I was there.
MZ, you're gonna wear fucking pants next week?
Yeah,
I'm wearing pants this week.
You're gonna wear like pants like this next. Wear these same pants.
Yeah, don't change.
I won't change.
Wear a nice shirt.
Do not wear sweatpants.
I won't shower from the waist down. Okay.
We have a couple of classy dames coming in next week. So don't.
All right, so you better not show up.
One of them loves me more than anyone on earth.
Oh God!
So.
Delusions of grandeur.
No, that's true. There's the two people on earth I know they love me, and they're both in the band. Otherwise, I have not positive anybody likes me at all.
Raven J just sent another photo. I'm going to get that ready in just a sec.
Oh, boy.
So, okay, next week, action-packed. I didn't realize that the second part was done, but following in the October tradition, we're going to have two guests next week, and we're going to be joined by Sean Lewis and also Nikki Luparelli and Ms. M in studio. The sexy quotient is going to be off the fucking chain.
If you've never joined the live show, this is a good chance to join the live show.
Yeah, there'll be much better things to look at than us jabronis.
Yes.
So, all right.
He loves Raven J pictures of him.
I do. I love Raven J pictures of anybody. It's just funny.
All right. So this ties in with Rock and Shock, and this was what I was fucking alluding to earlier. It's a surprise. It's not a surprise anymore, but it's a surprise. Why don't we go to the tape and let's hear from someone who's going to be at Rock and Shock.
Oh, hey.
Maybe.
Hello. This is Krandamitstage calling you from Los Angeles. I have news for you guys. I am coming to Rock and Shock Convention, not this coming weekend, but next weekend. I'll be there Friday, October 13th, and Saturday, October 14th, so I can get to see you guys finally in person and hang out. I'm super excited. Jesse, thank you so much. You've worked hard to get me invited on this convention, and it worked out. I can't wait to see you all in person. So have a great show today, and I am going to see you guys very, very soon. Catch you later.
All right.
Yeah!
That's going to be fucking dope.
Be surprised. Come on, be surprised.
I didn't know he was coming.
Someone better post this on Facebook.
So it was going to be a surprise on the show, but Rock and Shock announced it today. I mean, they weren't privy to the conversation.
They don't care
so
what we say.
They don't care.
Maybe they should.
But I had found out late last night that it was confirmed. So I asked Corando if he could, I wanted to unveil it on the show. I wanted to surprise these guys. But like I said, Rock and Shock had announced it anyways. So Corando had also announced it because they did. So, but this is fucking fantastic news. We have been trying to make this happen for literally months. And it finally happened. Corando will be at Rock and Shock. He's going to be there Friday. And he's going to be there at the Deadite show.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, he is.
Yep.
Nice.
He's going to be at the Deadite show, and he will also be there on Saturday. So come see Corando. He's going to be showing 2 of his flicks. He's going to be showing Karate Kill and his first film. Have you seen it, Mars? I know you have a copy of it.
I haven't watched it yet. Actually.
Monsters Don't Get to Cry.
It was actually, there are 4 things I decided I was going to do when I was cancer free. I've done 2 of them. And one of them is I'm going to enjoy that film with a nice cup of Kraken rum.
Nice. So he will be showing Monsters Don't Get to Cry and Karate Kill at Rock and Shock. So that's exciting. He's going to be showing the flicks, and I don't know if he's going to have a place to sign. If he doesn't, we're going to make sure that happens at our booth. So
that'd be fucking dope.
So we'll talk to Carando, find out if he doesn't have his own space to sign stuff and sell DVDs and give autographs or whatever. We'll make sure that it happens at the Trick or Treat Radio booth. So
if that doesn't wet your fucking whistle, buy a fucking plane ticket, right? I mean,
right.
Put
It's not
gas
too
in your
late.
car,
It's
put
not
gas
too
in
late.
your car. You know what I mean? Get a bus pass. It's fucking Carando. It's Taki.
So we will be doing. I'm hoping to do a lot of broadcasting, whether it's live video or radio. We'll have to figure it out, but I'm definitely going to be showing a lot. I want to capture a lot of this, and I want you guys to be able to see it because unfortunately, not everyone can come to Rock and Shock. I wish you guys all could, but it's just not possible, right? I mean, we have people in other countries. We have people that live across. I mean, I know, like, we all know it's fucking tough. Like, it's hard to even get food on your plate, right? Let alone pay for a fucking vacation. So I totally understand, and I wish it was more feasible for people to come, but that's just the way it is.
Am I allowed to talk about this on the Deadites thing, or do I have to wait till Friday?
No, you just talk about it, man.
If I can post date it.
So let's put the picture up here of the MZ. There, try to get it on your head. Turn face towards Mars a little bit. There. Raven J coming through once again with the amazing fucking art. So awesome. I cannot fucking wait. Rock and Shock is going to be the best. I just got the Friday and the Monday sandwiched around it off from work. So I'm very excited.
I just realized that I can't look for a new job.
Why?
Because every week I have something going on in October, like at least 2 days.
Could always ask for days off.
And it's tough, though, to be like, I know that I just started this week, but I can't work this weekend or next weekend or the middle of next week. Or
Tribe Jack and Mark says there was one thing I was going to do when you were cancer free. It's unspeakable.
Wow, I can't wait.
Cecil says maybe I would put gas in my car if this wasn't a tepid treat from Raven Shadow.
Who said that?
Cecil.
I gotta be like that, man.
Drive Jackets Mark says I really wish I could be there, dudes. I wish so too, Mark. And I mean, you're in fucking Australia. I can't even imagine how much that costs.
I'll tell you, it's much fucking safer at Rocket Shock.
yeah. If you could get out of here, you'd be safer. But I totally understand, man. It would have been awesome to just hang with you and give you a big hug and a kiss. But we'll save the hug and a kiss until it actually happens. And that's for everyone, not just Drive Jack and Mark. First time Mike says I'll be there in spirit. I will be touring a local cemetery that Saturday with a lady friend. Nice. Sounds nice.
Fair.
All right, so let's get to some more voicemails here. But guys,
she's a guest at the cemetery, not a client, right?
Guys, I can't. I'm so excited for Rock and Shock. I cannot fucking wait.
I didn't want to go till now. No, I wanted to go, but Carando helps.
I had to force you to do hosting duties.
Well,
I don't care. I don't like it.
No.
Leanna says, "Oh shit, I have the same Ghidorah figure." Leanna's got the same one.
See that?
And she says, "Oh dear God, Raven Shadow, the French accent." C'est moi. I am popular in Finland. And
Je ne sais quoi.
Leanna says definitely can't afford a plane ticket.
Where's she from?
I don't know. I don't have that all cataloged in my head, Raven Shadow. Sorry.
No, well.
Je ne sais que. What?
First time Mike says, I can't go into that, Mars.
I'm sorry.
So, speaking of Leanna,
Ooh.
You guys want to hear from Liana?
Yeah.
All right.
Hi guys, it's Leanna again. First of all, thank you very much for the positive reaction to my message. I'm glad that taking the plunge and telling you guys something so personal would be well received and not treated as something weird. And I'm glad that you guys enjoyed my recommendations, even though a lot of people said 28 days. 28 days later. I sometimes get that movie and its sequel's title confused. Anyways, you guys asked what our favorite Trick or Treat radio moments are, and since I'm new, I gotta say that my favorite moment so far has been Raven Shadow giving those Finnish facts, and then you guys not believing in him, and then that Finnish guy coming in and telling you guys that actually some of those facts were true. That was fucking hilarious. And on top of being hilarious, I will be so happy if you manage to convince him to actually dress as Panthro, like retro 80s Panthro, not rebooted Panthro from the short-lived 2011 Thundercats reboot. I hope you guys are enjoying October, and I can't wait to listen to more of this. Thanks.
I think Leanna is Raven Shadow's Julie Meow Mouse. Mars says Julie Meow Mouse, and Raven Shadow's got Leanna. You got to dress up like Panther now.
I'm working. I got some nunchucks. I got those.
What about but hold on. What about your elongated man costume?
I need some more thread.
Still?
Yeah.
You're working on like 4 years.
It's elongated man, right?
Yeah.
It needs a lot of room, but that's exciting. No, Panthro is my dude.
Leanna says Miami, Florida, and she's Cuban.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
Hope you made it out and safe down there with all the troubles.
Well, I mean, she's in the chat room, but
oh,
hopefully...
obviously she survived, but I hope like she had power and the deck wasn't fucked up.
Is she related to that guy that used to own the football team, basketball team, and HD.net?
What? Oh, no, it's Mark Cuban from the Dallas...
She's Cuban,
Dallas
that's
Mavericks.
Mark Cuban, that's a different...
Not the Miami.
Oh.
Right, yeah.
Maybe is she related to Miami Man from the Bad Batch?
I hope not, because that guy's not Cuban.
Or the Miami Connection.
Or Miami Connection. Yeah, I actually was just talking about Miami Connection recently. That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because I was talking to T-Dog about Taekwondo.
There you go.
So, and I was thinking Taekwondo. That song. It's fucking awesome. All right, well, Leanna, thank you for calling in again.
Thank
you.
you.
Please, anytime you would like to, you're more than welcome.
Holy shit! I got 845 new emails from the time I logged on.
Jesus.
Who's
and
talking to me?
Leanna says, we lost power for 10 hours, but my grandma's roof got ripped off by the hurricane.
That sucks.
Ugh. That does suck. Hopefully,
Hopefully your grandma's okay.
hopefully grandma's okay, and hopefully everything you're able to get that fixed. But so obviously I know not everyone can come to Rock and Shock, so I want to try to make sure that we can get some of that to you guys. Whether
share the experience.
Yeah, whether it's recording audio, video. We're definitely going to do some video, and we're going to do some audio as well. So it's just figuring out the right way to do it.
I'm going to take my shirt off, so we'll film that.
Obviously,
dude.
What?
What?
Yeah, I guess I told you, huh?
I'm down to like 212 pounds.
Uh-huh, yeah.
So,
yeah,
you need to wear 2 shirts at a time.
I weighed myself early today. I weigh what?
235.
No, more than that. It's like 248 or something like that.
Leanna says, Mark Cuban, holy shit. Guys, what you going to ask if I'm related to Pitbull next? Pitbull?
I don't know who Pitbull is.
Mr. Worldwide, dude.
You know
Everyone knows
Pitbull.
that.
I guess I do. I know Ishii.
Not the Stone Pitbull.
No, I don't know who Pitbull is.
Pitbull 1 or Pitbull 2?
Yeah, I know them.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Leanna says that her grandmother died the week before.
Oh shit. We're sorry.
Oh, God.
That was a bad time down
I'm
there.
sorry.
We're sorry.
My family friend who passed away down there passed away because I mean, this is going to be a dick thing to say, but this was his fault because everybody said he should fucking go, like the authorities and everybody else. And his house actually stayed okay.
Yeah.
But the stress of like how bad the hurricane was, is he had a heart attack during it, and he couldn't do anything about it. He couldn't get anywhere.
Oh man,
It was the worst.
In the chat room, Cecil says, "Ooh, the Bad Batch." I'm wondering if that will be my favorite flick of the year.
Well, if that's your favorite flick of the year, you're getting voted off the island, Cecil.
Have you seen Goldface?
Dry Jack and Mark says, "I so hated Bad Batch."
Thank you, Dry Jack and Mark.
And he says, "I was looking forward to it too." And Cecil says, yeah, I loved Girl Walks Home Alone a Night Before.
I love that too.
I love that, yeah.
Yeah. Bad Batch.
I think I like Bad Batch more than any of these guys, but it definitely wasn't as good as Girl Walks Home Alone. And he says it was a bad trip, but I thought it was just really unique, not just for bizarre sake, but it did seem to mirror some reality. All right, well, we're talking about First Time Mike. Why don't we hear from the man?
Hey, dude.
Annabelle Lee by Edgar Allan Poe, read by First Time Mike.
Oh!
It was many and many a year ago, in a kingdom by the sea, that a maiden there lived whom you may know by the name of Annabelle Lee. And this maiden she lived with no other thought than to love and to be loved by me. I was a child and she was a child in this kingdom by the sea, but we loved with a love that was more than love, I and my Annabelle Lee, with a love that the winged seraphs of heaven coveted her and me. And this was the reason that, long ago, in this kingdom by the sea, a wind blew out of a cloud, chilling my beautiful Annabelle Lee, so that her high-born kinsman came and bore her away from me, to shut her up in a sepulchre in this kingdom by the sea. The angels, not half so happy in heaven, went envying her and me. Yes, that was the reason, as all men know in this kingdom of the sea, by the sea, that the wind came out of the cloud by night, chilling and killing my Annabelle Lee. But our love was stronger by far than the love of those who were older than we, of many far wiser than we, and neither the angels in heaven above, nor the demons down under the sea, can ever discover my soul from my soul of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. For the moon never beams without bringing me dreams of the beautiful Annabelle Lee, and the stars never rise, but I feel the bright eyes of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. And so, all the night tide, I lie down by the side of my darling, my life and my bride, in her sepulchre there by the sea, in her tomb by the sounding sea. This is First Time Mike, hoping to bring a little culture to tonight's proceedings. Have a good night. I am, as always, your obedient servant, First Time Mike. Good night.
Great reading, buddy.
Thank you, dude.
Cool.
I do love that poem. I think my favorite, he didn't ask for it, but I'm going to say, I think my favorite Poe, it would probably be El Dorado, I got to say. I love a lot of his stuff, but that one just hit me at the right time, and it just stuck with me. So
Annabelle Lee is my favorite.
Yeah.
Might hear a little of that on the 13th at the Lucky Dog.
Oh, just another little reason to come.
I have a hard time thinking about what my favorite Poe poem is. I don't know.
Your favorite Poe poem?
Poe poem. I don't know. That's a
Fucketh
tough
the
one.
police.
I was just fucking thinking that. I was like, there you go. Oh, yeah, one. We forgot it.
Fucketh the police.
Oh, you guys were
They
arguing
gave
earlier.
me-
Oh, by the way,
Off
Mars.
air.
Leanna had added the finished flashbacks. Is that on the list?
Yep.
Okay, great.
I need to. I have a list of stuff that I've been foresting for, and then I have a list of stuff that I know that I just have to jump in and get the timestamps for.
Okay, gotcha. And Leanna says, I did watch Phantom of the Paradise this October. That was awesome.
Yeah, there you go. That's my favorite. I love that movie.
It's fucking great.
There you go.
All right, next, let us hear from Carlos.
Yes.
My name is Carlitos Alejandro
Hey, Trick or Treat Radio, it's Carlos. How you guys doing? Hey. And just wanted to comment on the possible nickname you guys wanted to give me. I think it'd be a great honor to get a nickname for you guys on the show. As for the suggestion, Carlos, Caribbean Cool, let me ask my buddy over here. His name is Carlitos. Let me ask him. Hey, Carlitos, what do you think of the Trick or Treat Radio guys calling me Carlos Caribbean Cool? That's not cool. Thanks. You mind handing me that towel over there? Why don't you go get a beer, okay? Grumpy that guy. I don't think he likes it, guys. I don't know. I think, it'd be cool maybe swap out Caribbean with California, since that's the state I live in. I think that's got a nice ring to it.
Carlos Cali Cool.
I don't know. Just don't call me Banana Fingers. Anyway, guys, I'll give you my classic Trick or Treat Radio moment in my next minute. So.
All right, we got another one from Carlos.
Oh, okay.
Mars, is Banana Fingers on there?
No.
That might be where the...
I listened to it.
It just, yeah.
I'll go back. It's over. Like, see, here's the thing. Things that happen, like, over...
The course of a show?
Like, in the course of a show.
Yeah,
like,
it's hard to encapsulate
and
in a
I
few
think,
minutes.
and either I missed it weird. I think I think, like, it happened on a show with Bill on it, but then we really started doing it, like, the next show.
Yeah.
Like,
I think you're right. Yeah. That's right, because I remember...
dudes, I've been digging.
I remember Mr. Chris had commented on it. I don't remember if he ate bananas like that.
You can make it like Banana Fingers Part 1, Banana Fingers Part 2.
There's a lot of banana fingers.
Well, let's go right to Carlos's follow-up. I want to hear what his moment is.
Hey, Trick or Treat Radio, this is Carlos, or whoever. How you guys doing? Just wanted to give you my favorite... I guess classic moment on Trick or Treat Radio, and I would have to say it's the Air Sharky story.
Wow!
When I heard that story in full, I laughed so hard. I mean, it was probably one of the most hilarious things I've ever heard, and that story put you guys in the pantheon of my podcasts that I listen to.
Wow.
It was perfectly told. I mean, it started out as a story about how you got these cheap knockoff Jordans, and then the story that followed after, it was just, I was crying. It was just hilarious, and I never put off an episode since. So that's and those who haven't heard the story yet, I think it's maybe a year ago, two years ago. Listen. Go back. I don't know. I can't remember what episode that was, but go back, find it, and listen to that story, the Air Sharky story. And that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Thank you, Eddie.
Awesome. So we need a nickname. We can do Carlos Cali. Cool. Yeah.
Triple C.
Triple C. We got Carlos's Way.
Cali Way.
Cali Way. Yeah. Let's still work on it a little bit.
Callywag, like a scallywag.
Let's work on it a little bit.
So,
I think it was 177.
Kid Cali.
Some of the stuff I have, but not time-stamped. 199 movies.
Yes.
Well, do you want to leave it secret? Or
Okay, right. I'll leave it secret.
Just so people can...
I just don't want people to think that I use their things. Fucking assholes.
All right, so I think it was 177 because it's called Knock Knock Who's There? Air Sharky. That was the Knock Knock episode.
All right.
And in the description, I said, so grab your lightsaber, your Air Sharkies, and strap on. So that must have been it. It's a good place to look anyways. 177. We'll start there.
Knock Knock.
That fucking movie. Oh, we also did The World of Comico. I love that movie.
Yes.
Oh, wait, oh. I like that movie. I was thinking of... Shit.
Bang Bang.
No,
the one that's
the girl,
with
the
Fargo.
Fargo. Yeah, that movie is fucking awesome.
That movie is awesome.
I forget the name of it though.
That was your number one.
I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Kumiko the Treasure Hunter.
That's it. Yeah, that was my number 13.
Yeah, I love that movie. But The World of Kaneko was still pretty good. Awesome. Well, thanks, Carlos, man. We appreciate that, and Mars is going to add it right now to the list, and we'll see if we can get that one on there.
You just made the list.
Carlos says Carlito's Way. Could be Carlito's Way. Jesse G says, yo, that story was hilarious. And Drive Jacket Mark says, the Air Sharky was great. And Cecil says, hey, Carlito, remember me? I'm Benny Blanco from the Bronx.
Oh, wow.
And Liana on YouTube says,
Nice.
I agree, Mars, on Annabelle Lee, even if Poe's fixation with dead women is weird.
Well, you don't judge.
You got some problems.
Some of us, those
you-
the only women that'll talk to us.
It's true.
Or not
You
talk
know,
to us.
Poe's not around to defend himself,
No. Speaking of Drive Jacket Mark, since we just mentioned him in the chat room, you guys want to fucking hear from Drive Jacket?
Sure.
Hey guys, it's the old beer-loving, woman-hating, Drive Jacket skunk here. How you guys going? I'm doing alright. Just calling in as usual. We watched Cult of Chucky the other night, me and my cop friend.
Nice.
Didn't like it very much. What else? Oh, we watched 10 to Midnight with Charles Bronson the other day. Was that yesterday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Good movie, that one. It's got this fucking 80s jerk-off machine, as they call it, as Charles Bronson calls it. This fucking giant mechanical vagina, which he brings into the interrogation room, and he says, "What's this for? Jerking off, isn't it?" Yeah, big laughs. Love it. I'm going to have to try and find a vintage jerk-off machine so I can just leave it in the house, just in places. Maybe when the real estate come over to inspect the house, I'll have my jerk-off machine just sitting on the couch, maybe? I don't know.
Not illegal.
Yeah. So, yeah, got wasted last night as per usual. Woke up this morning, I had Zelda in my arms like a little baby with her head on my neck. Wonderful feeling, that. And then Stuart, I said his name, my cop friend, he got up to go to work this morning, and he passed by my room and gave me a wave, and I said, "Buddy, make me a coffee." So he made me a coffee and brought it into me. It's good to have friends.
It's a good buddy, yeah.
I'm listening to Jason Molina, so it's obviously going to be a dark day today. If you guys have not heard Jason, known for Songs I Hire or Magnolia Electric Co., great bands, check it out. Some of the grimmest lyrics you've ever heard, but they're very truthful. Yeah. So tomorrow my brother's coming over, Gonzo we call him, because he's got, those the old World War II Nazi propaganda cartoons they used to put out about the Jews, and the Jews had these ridiculous big noses. That's my brother. So he's got a nose like that.
Which one?
So we're going to watch Super Dark Times tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
I hope you guys review it.
We are gonna.
It's on video on demand, so you guys should check that shit out. Alright, boys. I love you.
Aww.
More than a friend.
Aww.
The old Drive Jacket skunk checking out.
Awesome, Drive Jacket Mark.
Wow.
Thanks,
Even
buddy.
comes with soundtrack and everything.
I know. I love it. I
Thank
love
you,
it.
boo.
I always love hearing from that dude, man.
Yeah.
We love you too, man. And yeah, we're definitely going to check out Super Dark Times. It's been on the radar for a bit. The thing that sucks, there are 14 movies coming out in October that I want us to review. And we only have 4 shows in October.
Oh.
So we're going to have to figure something out. And honestly, there's a ton of shit coming out in October.
We only have 3 more, right?
And it makes sense because, it's Halloween month, right?
That never fucking happens, though. Normally we're pissed that.
Right. But there's a lot of really good stuff. So we're going to have to figure it out. We may be a little late hitting some of these movies. Like Super Dark Times, I'm hoping we can get to this month. But we just have so much going on. So we want to check out Tragedy Girls next week because I want to get out ahead of that one a little bit. But yeah, Super Dark Times will be coming up probably in the next several weeks. Leanna says Poe married his cousin, guys. There's a reason women don't talk to him. That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
Is that weird?
Was it his first cousin?
Yeah, I would think that's weird.
No, he married 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And
he bogarted all the opium too. So
Cecil says I'm reading Jason Molina's biography right now. That's who Drive Jack and Mark had mentioned. So
wasn't he Dr. Octopus in Spider-Man 2?
No. It's a different guy. Alfred, right? Alfred Molina.
Molina.
Or Alfred, I think.
Alfred. Yeah.
All right, let us hear from our boy. Haven't heard from him in a little bit, but I can't wait to see his face at Rock and Shock. Arkham Josh.
Yes.
Hey, Trick or Treat Radio guys, it's Josh from the Arkham Film Society here. Just here with a late, quick voicemail. I think I should be getting it in under the wire for you guys.
You got it.
I did get to watch this week's film, The Limehouse Golem, and it was a great surprise.
Yeah.
I had honestly never heard of the film before. But I put it on this morning when I was doing some emails and correspondence and other work as background, and it sucked me in immediately. It's a great little thriller with good mystery elements.
Taut thriller.
I don't know, maybe it's because I wasn't giving it 100% attention, but, I didn't figure out any of the, elements of the mystery. As far as like identity and such, and usually I'm decent at that sort of thing. Not always, but so I would say, this is a definite recommend and a definite treat. So it's got a good cast. It seems well written, well directed. I didn't have a chance to look into any like the director or writer or anything, but it's definitely something that's worth checking out. Especially if you like a historical period piece or kind of like a bit of a thriller mystery element. Other than that, sorry I haven't been calling in, been super busy. And we're coming up on Rock and Shock soon, kind of right in the middle. I'm hoping to by the end of this weekend have things wrapped on all the films.
I had no idea you were doing the films this year.
I'm guessing you guys probably saw the announcement earlier today on Facebook.
What announcement?
But if not, I would start poking around because there's an interesting new guest that you guys should be excited about.
Guest, you say?
So, all right. I hope you guys are all doing good. And I guess I'll see you guys in like a week and a half. All right? Have a good one. Bye.
Awesome, Josh. Thank you, buddy. Glad you dug Limehouse Golem.
Josh is handsome.
He is handsome.
I fucked him in the back of his car.
Whoa.
Jesus. No, we were in the front seat, both of us.
While you were eating pizza.
Yeah. I had pizza open on his back. It was like, tell me about the cabinets. Tell me about the cabinet.
So, yeah, I had no idea, but it looks like the Rock and Shock Film Fest is back, maybe?
I'm making milkshakes, but you call them cabinets.
At least in some respects. So, awesome. I'm super excited for that, and hopefully we can get a chance to check out some of it. And since Josh will be there, at some point we'll catch up with him on live. I don't know about live, but on either audio or video format, we'll catch up with them. And First Time Mike has a submission for the greatest hits, potentially Mars, and he says, I liked MZ reading the Iron Sheik's letter as Ted Levine. I don't remember what episode that was. We'll have to track that one down. All right, let's continue on, and I think we just have... Is there one more left? Yep, one more. This is going to speak to Mars Man.
Hello, Trick or Treat Radio. It's Julie Meow Meows, and I have a list of 5 different past Trick or Treat Radio episodes with segments in them that you may want to put on the next greatest hits.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
I didn't go too far back because I wasn't sure where the greatest hits 2 ends. So I went back just a little ways.
Yeah.
The first one is episode 183, Good Night to Brownie. The phone call from the Chocolate Chic and the Aftermath. I've listened to that segment so many times because you guys got such a kick out of it, and it tickles me every time. The next one.
You get that, Mars?
Is
okay. Chocolate Chic.
214, the Fuji Wonka armbar. Mars and MZ get into a aggressive argument
big surprise.
over NFL bans and Cannibal Holocaust.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I can't remember them ever fighting quite as hard.
What episode?
So that one was pretty
214.
interesting. Let's see. No.
If I remember correctly, that was at the beginning, too.
Yes. Make some noise for the Cheddar Beach Boys. 258. I really enjoyed listening to you.
Did you get that, Mars? Okay, 258. Make some noise for the Cheddar Beach Boys.
Hello,
restarted.
Trick or Treat Radio. Ever fighting quite as hard? So that one was pretty interesting. Let's see. Next is make some noise for the Cheddar Beach Boys. 258. I really enjoyed listening to you guys recall your trip to California.
Oh, boy.
Sounded like you guys had a lot of fun meeting Corando and some other people, and just getting to visit over there and see some wrestling. Let's see. Number 4 is Night of the Colossal Gonga Bong. I think that one kind of speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Gonga Bonga.
Oh, no, we got cut off.
Play that entire message.
Oh, man. I hope she...
R2, play the entire message.
We only got 4 out of the 5.
Oh.
I got cut off there.
Well, she could just send it to us next week or at some point.
Yeah, well, I think it'll be done by next week, unfortunately, because I think we're going to work on it this week. But
fire me a message, Julie.
Julie Meow Meows, yeah. If you hear this, go ahead and fire Mars a message and let him know what that 5th one was, because you somehow got cut off there. But no, those are great ones. Gonga Bong has to be on there, right?
Yeah.
And maybe the song that
spurred that.
Yeah, that Reverend Scott.
I'm trying to decide.
Maybe that could be the.
I'm trying to
kind
decide
of the reprise.
I get. One of my 2 breakdowns when I get mad at the guy for the petition for, or the girl who told me to fucking transcribe the show.
Oh yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah, the girl.
That was the odd and macabre one. Either the week he was on or the week after. I can't remember. But yeah, no, that was a good one. You also had that the outrage at the Adam Wingard thing, but maybe we'll just have one outbreak, Mars outbreak.
Yeah, I can't decide which one.
The girl was pretty good.
So maybe you guys fighting, and that's kind of you fighting, so that's different than you ranting
I'll
about
have to see.
the woman. Yeah, so
me doing all the research means that I can pick which one makes me sound less like an asshole.
It's true. No. It does. So we're gonna
dig through these fucking episodes, motherfucker. It'll be like your fucking Kobayashi Maru compilation.
I was thinking that too.
All right, and I think I almost forgot about this, but because it's no longer September, but September to Remember rolls on in October, and we're going to hear from Nick.
What is up, Trick or Treat Radio? It is me, Nick. I am back with the September to Remember Phantasm series review. So I just finished Phantasm for Oblivion. This went down. It was starting to go good after 3, and then after 2 and 3, and then it went back down. This I give a C-. Blu-ray update. Probably looks the worst so far. It looked okay during the daytime scenes. Nighttime scenes looked really grainy. I don't think they cared much about this one. this one was definitely let's fill in the blanks of 1, 2, and 3 kind of film. And, series have that, and that's fine. A lot of confusion going on in this movie for me. I don't know how I completely always forget their names. How Reggie and Mike always find each other. Mike seems to be some kind of, key to getting to the tall man now. We do learn a little bit more, I give them that, about the tall man, from the last 2 movies of showing the picture of him as like the horse and carriage Undertaker. We do learn a little bit more of that. How he, I guess, beat Edison and made the time portal electricity thing with the big balls and the thing like you see in all those kind of movies. Reggie's hitting on women. Reggie gets some fine looking women. I gotta say. Maybe I'll shave the top of my head and grow a skullet. I don't know. It's okay though. It's not these movies. I never thought I'd come out of the series going, these movies aren't terrible, because they really aren't. I can see the fun in them. I don't know. The coolest scene was the cop pulling Reggie over, and basically Maniac Cop coming out and him blowing him up shooting him through the car and blowing up. That was great. But besides that, it was a lot of filler, But this series, like I've said a million reviews to you guys, this series isn't for me. I'm kind of not so happy I bought the series after watching all these, but it's fine. I've owned worse films. And that newest one, oh, sorry, I'm going to be cut off. But yeah, it's a C- for me.
All right, Nick, thanks, buddy. We have one more next week. We're also going to hear his thoughts on
I used to not like 3
series.
either.
What he's talking about 4.
4, sorry. I used to not like 4 either. But it is I think it's really interesting. I think 4 is like an interesting film, and also film-wise, because they used a lot of movies do like time travel things where they go back to like the first movie and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
To pull this off, they actually used unused footage from the first film. So I think that's really interesting. But it also was the first kink in the armor that these were starting to get prohibitively cheap. So
yeah. Well, thanks, Nick. We appreciate it. And next week we're going to play the final one and then wrap that up. So, well, speaking of wrapping up, I think that we're going to need to wrap up the show here. So I don't think we have any email. It's crazy. We got a bunch of people contacting us wanting to give us screeners and guests and stuff. So cool. I mean, we welcome it, but we just had a lot of it this past week. So, yeah, that's it. That's it for feedback. I don't think we really had anything on Twitter going on this week. Oh, we did actually. Two actually. So we did have some stuff going on Twitter. Our boy T. Blake Brady from the Horrible podcast tweeted at us, and he said, "It's been a minute since I've listened to you guys, but after watching this," I think he meant "It Comes at Night," because he responded to that tweet, "I'm going to have to dig back in. I've missed you guys." So I replied and said, it'd be awesome to catch up sometime. And he said, "I'd be glad to come back on. Love the show. I just haven't had a lot of podcast time recently. I'm working on a new book and I'm swamped." And so T. Blake he's got a lot of books out there. I mean, the dude's been keeping busy. So at some point we'll definitely have to catch up. And this was awesome. We also heard from our boys over at Mixtape Massacre, and they gave us a tweet and said, "Shout out to the Deadites, Shockwaves podcast, Bloody Disgusting. So many people at Monster Mania Con mentioned finding our game through your outlets." Wow. Hey. So it's pretty awesome to be mentioned in the same sentence as Shockwaves of Bloody Disgusting.
Yeah, really, right?
Cool. That's awesome. And I appreciate you guys letting us know, because I'm glad that people who listen to the show went and found you guys, because we love the game and we want other people to play it. So we're glad that even if it's one person that picks it up because of us, then we're doing something good. So very, very fucking cool. Thanks, guys, over at Mixtape Massacre. And also, one other thing we haven't really mentioned, October's going to be crazy for us, but in November, we're going to try to do New Guest November. Now, we got some things lined up, some things in the works. If you guys have a favorite personality or a favorite show that you would love to hear do a crossover with, let us know. So I guess we could make that the sort of question next week. If you guys have a favorite podcast or someone that you'd like to see us have on the show as a new guest that we've never had on before, let us know, because I want to start reaching out to some other people. We've had some amazing guests on the show over the course of the 5+ years we've been doing it, but it's always good to get some new blood in on there. So if you guys have any ideas, let us know. We'd love to hear. And I think that is gonna do it. My voice is starting to wear out, so we need to end. MZ, why don't you say goodbye to the folks?
Arrivederci, douchebags.
Raven Shadow.
All right, I just want to once again mention I returned to the Dead TV horror podcast.
Yeah.
To wrap up, it's not nice. To wrap up the Swamp Thing 90s animated series breakdown. Commercial. And I realized that Dr. Chris and Mistress Seneca hate me because they want me on for that show. It was not good, but no, it was a fun time. We joke and we discuss a very bad 5-episode 20-minute commercial in Swamp Thing. So check that out. And after that, live fast, love hard, die with your mask on.
All right, before we head to Mars, I just want to catch up finally on the feedback. And Liana says, Night of the Colossal Gongabong. Is that a movie or a story? Either way, it sounds beautiful. It's actually... I don't know if it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
No. It is one of our episodes. No words. No words to describe.
Gongabong.
That's all you need to know.
Can you play a little bit of it?
No.
Why?
Because we may put it on the greatest hits.
Gongabong.
It's on episode, Leanna, it's on episode 260.
I'll tell you
Night
what.
of the Colossal Gongabong.
That, like, on a normal program, that would be, like, on with a bullet. But there's some fucking stuff here from the archives. All I have to say is new listeners might not know this.
Yeah.
But Tiny White in Monster Zero went one-on-one once in a debate. And that's really all I have to say about that.
Yeah. And Leanna says, never seen the Phantasm series. Never hit my radar.
It's the bomb diggity.
It's good. Well, most of us like it. It's hit or miss with some folks. But, I don't know. Give it a shot.
I'm hoping to do a premium retrospective of that after we get through Rock and Shock. Just hoping to get some fucking shit done now that... So, everyone... Hey, I want to do a quick thanks. I forgot about this. I was going to do this 2 weeks ago, but super quick. The whole band and all of you guys as our listeners of the Deadites and Trick or Treat Radio have been on hold while I've been sick, because there's been like about 50 projects that are up in the air, because let's just put it this way, I might have downplayed that me not being able to sing was the worst outcome of that surgery. So thank you for being patient. The fucking train's going to start rolling again. So thank you all, both sides of the table.
Awesome. Very cool. First time Mike says, so Raven Shadow, that was the penultimate review to Nick's Phantasm reviews.
Yes, it was. That's what it was.
And Bosch just popped in and says, oh, hey, guys.
Hey, Bosch.
Hey, Bosch.
See you next week.
Good night.
He says, literally last minute. All right, so Marsman.
Remember, children, wherever we go, there you are. Sweeney Todd, Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
All right, everyone. Come back next week. We are going to review Tragedy Girls. We're going to have Nikki Luparelli and Ms. M in studio. It's going to be fucking awesome. Right before Rocket Chuck, come hang out with us. We love you all.